Quick. Yeah, guys, we have special guest speakers that are going to be on this Super Saturday call, which is super awesome. And, one of them obviously is going to be going over some beautiful trading training, which is going to be awesome, right? And then obviously we have two other guests on this call that are absolutely killing it in the business. And I'm super, super excited to obviously have those guests come up to this call, right? But what we like to do in these calls, ladies and gentlemen, is obviously we like to do a little bit of house calls, okay? Now, this is where I'm letting you know we run this call every Saturday at 11 a.m. Central Time. Okay. So anybody that you communicate to in the business, anybody you talk to in the business, always make sure that people in the business know this because, team is together, everyone achieves more. When we move in unison, the power and the numbers are great and we accomplish a lot. Right. So obviously we do this call every Saturday at 11 a.m. Central Time. And then we hold a one mission. You guys know that Telegram we're all in. One mission mentorship call every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. Okay. But with that being said, we'll go ahead and get started, ladies and gentlemen. Like I was saying, my name is Josh Amundson. Is there replays for Tuesdays? Same time as other Zoom I am on every week. Yes, there is replays for Tuesdays. We do record the calls and we post the recordings for both of these calls inside of the chat. 8 p.m. Central Time, mostly every day. Noah and Andrew, when they come up, can correct me, but mostly every single day at 8 p.m. Central Time is the presentation call. So it doesn't intervene, obviously, with that. Okay. Now, is everybody having a good start to their 2025, right? We're 18 days in. It's cooking, right? The clock is going. It's going really, really fast, right? It's so funny, I don't know for those of you that are connected with me on Instagram, right? But me and Jay and other people, we're always posting it's this there's a progress bar account on Instagram. And every day it posts a progress bar of how far you are through the year, right? And I remember just at the end of the year, it was like 90% done with 2024, 91, 92, and then it was 95, and then it was 98. And I was posting it the whole time. 99, right? Well, guess what, guys? I believe we're already like, I think it's like 5% into this year or something like that. It's cooking. Time is going fast, right? So I just want to, first of all, congratulate every single person that showed up to this call. This is going to be the biggest year this company's ever had. 100%, right? I believe truly that in the next 6 months, we'll probably have over 100,000 members inside of Akashex, which is going to be really cool, right? I mean, the trading sessions are going to get insane. Obviously, the culture is going to get super cool. We're already in 200 countries around the world, right? 200 countries around the world, which is super awesome. I believe it's 18 different languages. There's so much advancements coming out with the company. And what's cool for us, I like to call us, we're like grandfathered in. That's what I like to call it, right? We're kind of grandfathered into the company before it gets really, really big. Well, what's cool about this is like, as more customers are joining this business, guess what? The company makes obviously more money, of course, right? They're providing beautiful products and services, but they get to reinvest back in the business to create better tools, better software, more advancements, way cooler features, right? Hire more educators, hire more, obviously technology teams. That's what's cool about this, right? As the company grows, we grow, we get access to more stuff. It's all around just a better mission. This is going to be a year of growth. And I'm very, very excited to be a part of it with you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So with that being said, we're obviously going to be doing, a lot of different stuff on this Super Saturday call. I'm going to be coming back up later in the call. Actually, right after this next guest speaker, I'm going to be coming back up. But what we're going to do is we're going to transition. So what we like to do in the beginning of this call is we like to go into obviously talking about trading and investing, right? Because that's obviously why most people got started in this business. Most people that got started in this business didn't even realize that they could become a business owner inside this business. That's what's so cool, right? One of my favorite reasons on why when at 20 years old, why I got started to trade, I started getting on the live sessions, I started going to the academy, I started attending everything. I remember I was sitting in class on trading sessions, right? Not paying attention, not getting the best grades, barely passing, right? But I was tuning into the live trading sessions to individuals that were making 6, 7 figures in trading that have been doing it for 5 to 10 years, right? But when I decided to get into the business side of it, which that's what we're going to talk about in the back half of this call, is I realized, man, just as a trader, you can't be just, I mean, you can open up a business for sure, but what kind of tax deductions can you do? Squat, nothing, right? Guys, you're trading and investing. You have capital gain, capital loss, right? Maybe your computer would be a tax write-off, possibly. You got to go get advice. But when you become a business owner in this business, right? When you actually become a 1099, you actually become a business owner here, dude, it's unbelievable the tax benefits that you get when you decide to help this company grow. It's very, very cool. I absolutely love it. Okay. But what we're going to do is we're going to start off the call, guys. We're going to get into obviously the trading and investing portion of this call. Now, we have a special guest speaker. This is one of my business partners. His name is Jay Patnode. Okay. Now, this individual has been trading, I believe it's for 7 years now, around 7 years, something like that. It's getting close to a decade, right? So he's had a lot of success in trading, though. I remember when we first got started in the business, I was doing some presentation calls for, new guests that were, wanting to see the information, right? I remember I would, do a Zoom call of 50 people. And I was like, whoo, that was a lot of people, man. That was crazy, right? Similar to this size call right now. I'd be a little nervous, and then I get off the Zoom. And, Jay and I have been business partners. We've been friends for a long time and we live together. I would go into his room and I'd be like, man, I just got off the Zoom call. He'd be on a live trading session with 1,000 people on the Zoom call, trading live in front of them every single week. It was crazy, right? He was like, "Come say hi in the camera," and I was like, "Nah, bro, I'm not trying to say hi. I was nervous, right?" So he's been crushing it for a long time, guys. He knows exactly what he's doing inside of this business. Him and I were literally just trading right before this, which is super cool. There's some crazy, crazy cryptos that came out over the last day, but he's gonna come up here and I want to just kind of set the tone. Some of you are brand new in the business. Okay. If you guys are brand new, less than a month, I want you to drop a one in the chat. Okay. If you're brand new, less than a month in, I want you to put a one in the chat. All right. The ones are flying in, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. All right. Well, first of all, I want to say welcome to the team. I'm super excited to run it up with you guys. Trading is a journey. Okay. Let me tell you that trading is a journey, but I'll tell you what, if you learn this skill, your life can change forever. The reason why a lot of people, don't have success with trading, if you Google it, not our company, but with trading in general, is because they don't give themselves enough time to learn the skill exactly how they need to learn it. Okay. It's different for everyone. I've seen someone come in and in their first like 30 days, 90 days, they made like $150,000. Okay. That person was out in Wisconsin, right? I don't know what it is about Wisconsin, but something's different in the water out there, right? But someone came in 3 months, made $150,000. All right. That is not normal. Okay. Tell me any business that you can hop into and you can make that kind of money that quick, right? It's not normal. It's not even normal for people, obviously, in the community, right? That's crazy. Okay. But it can happen. Now, there's also other people, for an example, my ex-girlfriend's sister, right? When I was brand new into this business, her older sister hit me up. She was like, "Hey, I want to learn how to trade." And I was like, "Oh boy, here we go," right? She came over to my house. We sat down. She brought a computer just full of dust, right? She opened it up. She didn't even know how to copy and paste stuff. She didn't know how to log into her email. She didn't know how to use a computer. I'm telling you, she didn't know how to use a computer, right? It was a journey for her to learn how to trade. Okay, an absolute journey. But guess what? I was there, obviously talking to her. I'm like, dude, just keep going. Just keep going. Don't take your eye off the ball. Keep going, right? And after 4 years, she's finally made over $100,000 trading and she's consistently profiting thousands of dollars every single month. So I asked her, I was like, hey, was it worth going through all the struggles, all the, the hoops of learning, all the trials and errors, right? The lost trading accounts, the blown trading accounts, the negative thoughts. Was it worth it now that you're at where you're at? And she was like, Josh, this is the best thing I've ever done in my entire life. Okay. So I'm telling you guys, it's different for everyone. All right. So give yourself time. Okay. If you just last a year or two, you're already in the 10 percentile that even lasts that long. Last a year or two. Guys, I'm 9 years into trading. I told myself, I was like, okay, COVID's half a decade ago. Time's flying, right? It's already the 18th of January. Time is cooking. Give yourself a year or two to learn a skill that'll change your life for the rest of your life. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pass it over to Jay Patno, guys. Like I said, I mean, he's a funded trader. He's taking multiple withdrawals. The dude absolutely crushes it. He doesn't necessarily teach the basics of trading, but he'll kind of cover a little bit of stuff. But primarily, you'll learn the best from Jay if you actually go through the academy and you get caught up to date with just terminology, stuff that you need to know. The reason why a lot of people don't have success just in general and anything is because they don't put any effort into it. Go through the academy, guys. It's sitting there with information in it, waiting for you to get it. Right? Some of you are, 6 months in and you haven't even touched the academy. I don't know who exactly, right? I'm not pointing it out, but go through the academy, take notes, right? The basics are the foundation of everything, okay? But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to my business partner, my best friend, a mentor to me and thousands of people around the world, Jay Patno. Okay, guys, drop some sevens in the chat for Jay Patno. Let's light it up. Let's go.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are having a beautiful morning, or if it is evening, wherever you're at. Hope you guys are as well. Yeah, I'm ready to get things rolling. Sorry, I currently got a trade in right now. Shout out to anybody that saw our trade posted in the chat. Yesterday you'd probably be up 10x at least, I believe is what it was when it got called, maybe 15 or 20. Shout out to cryptos, right? But hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Pretty much what I'm going to do here today is we do this every single Saturday, right? So make sure you're here every single Saturday. We build on two different things. One, Monday nights, I hold a trading call at 8 p.m. CST training, right? I go through trades that I took the previous week, trades that I'm looking for during this current week. Which I'm looking for this current week. And then, I go over like my strategy and different concepts and I open it up for a Q&A. And so you guys can always jump on, ask questions, whatever you want, right? I like to go over, different stuff and make it super interactive, week to week. So Mondays, 8 p.m. CST. If you don't know where to find the link, ask your mentor or your leader, and they will help you and get you in the right places. But that's the thing. You guys just want to be there week to week, right? So Mondays, right? I have that. Tuesdays, we have the One Mission Mentorship call. And then Saturdays, it's a hybrid, half trading, half building the business. So, you have three different points of contact. And so it's all about just being present and asking questions, and you will, have success. But I'm going to go over, I don't necessarily go over the basics like Josh was saying. So if you haven't, go through obviously the academy. But what I want to talk about is just a roadmap of framework, and then I'll go over some chart stuff as well. And so for anybody that has not went through the academy, this is what I like to tell people, right? I like to tell people you don't need to spend hours and hours on the beginner and the advanced and the expert necessarily, right? You want to get through it though, because if you're brand new and you don't understand the concepts of trading, you don't understand what it, a lot of these things are, it won't make sense. You'll grasp it as you jump on live sessions, but you want to get to the point where you just know what's going on, because all trading is finding a set of rules and sticking to them every single time you trade. If X, Y, and Z is present, I take trade. If X, Y, and Z is not present, I don't take trade. Right? It's very, very simple, but it's hard for people to understand because they don't ever build a foundation. And so if you're running through the academy, go through beginner, advanced, expert, and get through it quick. Right? It's not long. It's not super long. You don't have to take mind crippling notes, because what you really want to get to is after you're through that is the educator training series. And so for me, what I always recommend is Rich Vendega. He has a video in here called Smart Money Concepts that breaks down the markets and structures and just so many different things that are super valuable when it comes to trading. And then obviously you can learn his actual strategy. But if you guys don't know, this is one thing to cue in your notes is Rich Vendega's Smart Money Concept video inside the Academy. That is peer gold, within the academy, guys. Like, I can't even tell you how many concepts, and I'll even go over them. And if they don't make sense to you, if I'm talking about them, that's fine. That just means you have to go through it. You have this, I think it's about a 25 minute video, but it's perfect. And so that's what I would recommend is going through this stuff, taking light notes on the first portions of it, not mind crippling notes. Like, you don't need to write down every single pattern and strategy, because you're not going to be trading every single pattern and strategy, right? Like, you don't need to trade everything. It's always good to look at them and understand what's going on and just have a general basis of different trading strategies and concepts, but get through it, right? Because you're not going to use every single thing, but it is good to know different things, and then you build a foundation. So when it comes to trading, guys, what I want to talk about here today is I'll even just show you guys. I mean, even on Friday, I had a trade that went to 1 to 6 and 1 to 5.9, right? And so now I teach my actual strategy. I won't be teaching it today for time purposes, but I teach my actual strategy every single Monday. And whether, like I said, I'm not an educator, right? I don't get paid to do this. I'm just a guy that's had success in trading, right? I've made six figures in the investing space, right? Multiple six figures. And I just I've had some success. I want to share with you those concepts and things that I've done to do these different things. And so, the very first thing I like to talk about when it comes to trading, and like I said, if it doesn't make sense, that is completely fine, right? That is completely fine. Don't worry about it. It will make sense as you get to the academy, as you start hopping on live sessions, as you have a game plan and a roadmap. But for me, the things I'm going to touch on this call here today are going to be, let me go to this chart right here. Things I'm going to talk about is developing a trade plan or a system, guys. When you're developing a trade plan or a system, where do you want to start? What do you want to do? What do you want to follow? What are some things that I go look at, on a daily basis when I jump on the charts, right? When I wake up in the morning and the first thing I do is I jump on the charts is trade plans, right? So for me, what I want to talk or what I want to look at is, what is the very first thing I look at is what is your directional bias, right? When I first look at the markets, I'm thinking to myself, well, what are we in? Are we in an uptrend? Are we in a downtrend? Or are we in a consolidation? So is it moving sideways? There's only three things that the market's doing. It's either moving up or it's moving down or it is moving sideways. There's only three things that the market can do. And for someone like me, I like to trade with the trend. So I want to find the directional bias. I'm not someone that's, only trading a specific asset, right? I don't only trade the NASDAQ. I don't only trade USDJPY. I don't only trade gold. I'm not someone that does that. I like to make everything align. And if it looks good to me, as far as a market purpose, everything is, giving me confirmations that it's going up or confirmations that's going down, then I trade the asset, right? Very, very simple. And so for me, very first thing in my trade plan is the directional bias. When you're looking, you should want to establish, well, where do you believe the market is going? Let's talk about long term and then also talk about short term. Where does the market, where do I think the market is going to head? And so for me, I always will look, okay, well, what is a higher time frame? So if you're someone, it can be the daily, it can be the 4 hour, can even be, the 1 hour per se. You have those higher time frames. And then once you establish your bias, when you establish your bias, then you want to go ahead and go down to a lower time frame. So like the 15-minute, the 5 minute, the 1 minute, places that you're looking to actually take your entries on. And so how do I determine that? Well, how do I determine what direction the market is in? And so I'm just going to copy this, run through this with you guys. I'm just going to go to a blank chart like USD. Let's go find a USD CAD blank chart. And as you guys can see, I teach all the time, so all my stuff is here. But let's go like this and put the text up. Sweet. So I'll move it here. So for me, how do I determine my directional bias? And I will even remove the EMAs as well. Okay, how do I determine my directional bias? So for me, it is the concepts of a market break or a market breach or higher highs and higher lows to simply put it. And so if I go down to, let's go like a 30-minute time frame, or let's even go to like a 15-minute time frame. This is how, let's go 30-minute time frame. This is how I determine where I am at. The concept of trading is higher highs and higher lows if it's an uptrend, right? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. If you don't know that, you got to go through the academy because this is a very base concept of trading. So when it makes higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, then you know you're in an uptrend. Can anybody put in the chat right now, what does this portion of USD CAD look like it's in right here? If you want to put in the chat, let's put in the chat. Up or downtrend? Up, trend, up, 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 up. Sweet. We are all on the same page. I love that. We are all on the same page. So when you're looking at it from this perspective, right? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, right? But when you actually understand that you can use these higher highs and higher lows in a different form or fashion to help you get into the market helps you a lot more. But when you're looking, you have established your directional bias. You know price and uptrend. Well, how do I do it to a T? Well, higher highs and higher lows, but also the concepts of market breaks or market breaches. Some people might call them different things, but breaks in structure. But ultimately, it's just your higher highs and higher lows. And so, whenever, let's just say, for example, price goes up, pulls back. Let's go over here. Price goes up, pulls back. Price goes up again, creates a new high. So now this is our new high. Price pulls back, makes, let's say, for example, a higher low. Pull, goes back up again, higher low, so on and so forth. And so now that we've established our directional bias, it's just very base concepts, right? We want to understand that our directional biases can actually establish a range in the market for us. So what I like to do with market breaks or market breaches or higher highs and higher lows, I like to use it to establish a range for me, a trading range. Because when I want to trade, I want to buy when it's an uptrend, sell when it's in a downtrend. And so when I'm looking at the markets, well, what can that do for me? Price goes, let's say price goes up, pulls back. And I'll be watching the chats as well, guys. The trend is your friend. Yep, you got to love that. The first thing I ever heard. But what does that do? And I'll even just draw it right here, just off to the side before I actually go on the chart. Well, it establishes ranges in the market for you. And what does a range do for me? It allows me to understand that price is in an uptrend. And if it is in an uptrend, then we know if it's going to validate an uptrend that we want to make a new high, right? So what does that mean? Price has to at least come to the high that it previously was at in order to validate the uptrend. So what does that give me? It gives me target areas for where I believe price is going to go. So as price pushes up, it creates a pullback. I know that I don't know when it's going to stop pulling back at, but I know when it does, it's going to automatically, if it's going to validate a trend, go back to that high because it at least has to get here or a little bit above in order to create a new high. If you're following along with me, let me see some ones in the chat. If that makes sense, let me see some ones in the chat. Awesome. So we all understand that concept. It's a very base concept, but when you put it in this perspective, it helps you a lot more in your trading because now you have a target goal for your price. You know at least what price wants to go to after it's done pulling down. And so what happens is I use this. I draw out a box or I mark it to where the low is, you know, where my last higher high was or the low point was to the high point was. And so now I'm just finding now your whole entire job is, well, where do I actually press buy at? Where do I actually get into the markets at? And so we come back out, that's where point of interest areas are, they come into play. So what are point of interest areas? What are areas, point of interest areas? Imbalances, supply and demands, order blocks, liquidity pools, support and resistance, Fibonacci retracement levels. All these things are categorized as point of interest areas. And all a point of interest area is a point where you're starting to look to get into the market. And so with that being said, a point that you're looking to get into the market, right? You're looking to actually press that buy button, get in, because that's what we want to do. And so, for an example, if we look at an area of imbalances, or some people call them fair value gaps, right? You draw out your areas of your imbalance areas. And then when price gets in here, you're looking to take buys and then you're looking for the market to turn around right here, right? That's essentially what it is when you're looking. So now if I go back and go over to the trade plan, we now have, oh, let me zoom out. for you guys. Where'd it go? Where's my text box? Text box, text box, text box. There it is. Let's move it over a little closer. Okay. So now we have a directional bias, which has formed a range for us. And now we also have point of interest areas. Whatever ones you want to practice, you don't need to have every single area as a point of interest area. And if you want to learn more about point of interest areas, if you come to Rich Vendega's Academy, he will talk about supply and demand. He will talk about structure. He will talk about imbalances and fair value gaps, things of that nature. And so that's where, if you don't know anything about point of interest areas, that's where the first place I'd look. But now we've established a directional bias and we just established a point of interest area that we want to start looking to take trades. Well, now where do we want price to go? Third is our target area. Our target area, highs, lows, liquidities. But if you look at the range, we already have established target areas because we know that price wants to form a new high, right? Because we know that price wants to form a new high because it has to create a new high in order to validate an uptrend. So we have that in there. That's three. Now we have that whole framework. So if I just let's just come to here. Let's go like this. Let's just do something like this just to show you guys. The heck? Let's do this something like this to show you guys. Delete some of this stuff, or even just come to the 1 hour. What do we got going on here? Take off some of this data. Sweet. So if we're looking at the market, what do we got going on? Price breaks up, forms a new high, higher high, from the high to the low. Let's go range. I'll draw the same thing on an actual chart, right? Higher high. So this is now our range. Okay, say we are looking to get in at an area of supply and demand. This would be considered supply and demand. I'll draw that as a red box for you guys. And then price runs to the top, right? Maybe you got in here, maybe you didn't. All right, price breaks a new high. So what does that give us? A brand new high and a brand new low, aka a range. Well, that's not what I'll do. AKA a range, right? Let's keep going forward. Price retraces down. What does it come to? Comes to what? In this case, it would have been an order block per se, right? I'm just showing you guys different examples of what it would look like and why it's so powerful when you add this into your trading plan or just how you view the markets. And then what happens? It runs the high, right? Because it's in an uptrend. So we had a range that came up or a price that pushed up, pulled back, right? And then ran the higher high because it wanted to go ahead and continue and validate that uptrend, right? And then when it breaks above, now we have a brand new range in the market. And it seems very simplistic, but when you look at it in this way, you start understanding why some people win and why some people lose, because it's a very simple concept that people aren't trading with the trend. They're not understanding where their target is. They're not understanding when to get in or get out of the markets. And so even right here, as we just did the range again, price comes up, pulls down, giving us a new high, giving us a new low. Maybe if we drew our area of supply and demand as a point of interest area, what happens? It runs the high again. Awesome. And so all along, even if you were just looking to take trades just like this, maybe you were buying at whatever supply and demand area or point of interest area that you wanted, and you were just protecting your stops like this trade would have been a 1 to 3. This trade, when it tapped in, you could have put it below, or the whole entire move would have been a to the top of the bar, would have been a 1 to, or top of the range, 1 to 3. Below is past, maybe a 1 to 4, right? Very, very, good advanced concepts. And then you obviously add more things to refine it, right? You add different parameters, you add different rules, you add different things. But this is why I tell a lot of people to start, especially if you're brand new and you don't understand the concepts or the structure of how the market actually moves. This will be your best friend, right? This will be your best friend in the world, having these highs and lows drawn up, or these boxes, these ranges drawn up. That big of a downtrend pullback is what liquidation looks like on the chart. It if you're talking about this right here, yeah, that's what liquidation looks like. But also this is news, right? News usually gives some type of shift like that. Can happen very often. And so after you have your point of interest areas drawn up, your target areas, right? Your highs, and then you have some type of entry criteria, right? That's where people can use patterns. People can use, what I teach on Mondays is my PSP strategy. It's basically a momentum based strategy. Um, but let's just say, for an example, you can do whatever you want. You can do double tops, double bottoms, doji candles, liquidation of areas, things like that. Because now, if I go back and I just go to whatever area that it was, right? And let me just take some of the stuff off the chart for you so it's not so busy. Let's go to back here where this trade was taken or looked like it could be taken. Delete some of the stuff for you guys. Okay. So if we just go into here and then we go down to a lower time frame, because right now we're on the 1 hour chart. If we go to the 5 minute chart, we can now just use whatever it is that our entry criteria that we want to get into a trade to take the trade, right? And so, say I'm just moving it forward just to show you guys whatever it might have been for you guys, whether it was a wick rejection or whether you're going down to a lower time frame and doing the exact same things we just did on a higher time frame. Let me delete this and show you guys what I mean by that. When we look at the 1 hour, we know price wants to go to the high, right? It entered our area of point of interest area. We know that price wants to go overall on the 1 hour chart. On the longer term, price wants to head up to the create a new high, thus going past this right here, right? So now if I go down to like a 5 minute, I'm just waiting for that exact same thing to form again to give me confirmation of taking a trade. I wanted to align into an uptrend. As you guys can see, what does it look like price is doing right here on the 5 minute chart though? Whenever you want to put in the chart, uptrend, downtrend, consolidation, what does price looks like it's doing? Is it going down or up on the 5 minute chart? Throw in the chats. Need some activity before we move on to the next one. Down, 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 down. Right. Anybody that's been following me or this concept for a while, down, right? But yes, it is kind of, looks like it's going slightly down or sideways, but overall it's going down, right? And so now all I'm waiting for is to form a new market break or change in structure to the upside on that 5 minute time frame. Price is in an uptrend or a downtrend on the 5 minute, going down, down, down. And then what happens? We have a breakout towards the top side. Now, what does that give us? A brand new range, but on the 5 minute. All these concepts are synonymous to every time frame, right? All these concepts are synonymous to every single time frame. So as you guys can see, right, breaks up, gives us some information or some data that price wants to head to the top side, at least on this current time frame. And then what can you do? You can do the same exact thing. Let's draw on the point of interest areas. Let's draw the same exact thing, but on a lower time frame. And then look what happens. I draw an imbalance, price taps into it. Maybe I go ahead and take the trade here, protect the low. Now it gives us even more, even tighter stop loss than before. You're able to take the trade like this, right? So it's basically just doing the exact same thing on multiple time frames. But whatever your entry criteria is, it's completely up to you. You can use double tops, double bottoms, liquidation areas, doji candles, everything that they teach. But once you get into this area, now you're just looking for points to go long. And so with that being said, the last thing is your management style. Where are you going to take profits at? Where are you going to take profits at? Where are you going to maybe pull out 50%? Where are you going to go break even? And I'm not going to go into that today. Like I said, Mondays, I talk about that. So if you want to continue on me, hopefully, if these concepts helped at all, let me see some sevens in the chat. If these concepts made sense, if they helped a little bit, if it helped frame, a good idea of the market and how, I look at it and how people should look at it. Okay, sweet. I'm glad. I hope you guys got some value out of that because what I'll do every single Monday and Saturdays, right? It's important to be to both, is the same exact concepts, guys. but we'll touch on them and we'll go even deeper and I'll teach, on a higher level. And, on Mondays, we're here for an hour straight of me just going in and answering questions and things like that. And so that's how I look at the market, though. That's when you're building a trade plan. That's how I like to base it. Directional bias, point of interest areas, targets, getting all those things. And whether you follow my type of strategy or how I view the market, it's okay. You still just want that in your plan. You don't want to blindly take trades. If you want to actually become good at trading and investing, having a set criteria of rules is what I do every single day. I look at the markets and I say, hey, I see X, Y, and Z, so I take this trade. And then at the end of the day, you don't want to be a professional trader. You want to be a professional risk manager. It's not about the trades that you do take, it's about the trades that you don't take that are going to make you money, right? And so that's just how I view the market. And obviously, if you guys ever have questions, feel free to reach out to me. This is my Instagram. Shit. Oh, it's trying to log in. This is my Instagram, right? Just jpatnode at my name. If you guys ever want to connect, chat, ask questions, go ahead. But I'm going to go ahead and pass it back off to Josh because he has even more information that is going to be very valuable and helpful. He is these next speakers are all going to be fantastic, right? They're all people that have crushed it in this industry, have had a lot of success, and can teach you how to get what you want in life. And the first one that's going to be speaking is someone that you heard earlier, but he's a brother of mine, right? Like we are family, but we have been running this business for a long time, and his accomplishments are amazing. Not only in the fact of the financial gain and things like that, but more so the amount of people and lives that he's touched due to how hard his work ethic is and what he does in this industry. And so, with that being said, Josh, if you want to take it back over, the coin is pumping. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and pass it back to you, brother. It's your turn to look while I
It's
go stare at the coin.
pumping. Let's
While
go,
I go
bro.
stare at the coin.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely pumping, guys. Yeah, man. I mean, obviously, guys, you can see Jay has been doing this for a very, very long time. And some of you that are brand new probably were like, dude, I have no idea what he's talking about, right? That's okay. That's okay if you don't. What I truly believe is like, this is obviously like a trading and network marketing company, right? Which is really cool. Some of you maybe been in other network marketing companies, but the reality is the better that you get with understanding the product and service and how to use it, aka how to trade, the better you're going to be one respected in this industry, the better you're going to obviously be able at making money through the product and service. And obviously, the better you're going to be about talking about trading just in general. Okay. So I do believe it's very, very important for you to understand that. Now, obviously, a lot of us came here because, dude, we want to earn also residual income, which is really, really powerful, right? Now, one thing I want to post in the chat just for some value is like, you know, of course, you want to be going through, obviously the academy. We talked about that. You want to go through the academy and take notes. If you're reaching out and you're like, man, I'm not having any success, man, I haven't became profitable yet, man, XYZ, I would ask you, have you gone through and completed the entire academy? And most people, the reality is, no, they haven't completed it. Okay. So I challenge you to become part of the 10% of people that eventually do have success by completing the academy. Okay. Do not let it go by. Go through it. I'd say take 30 minutes a day, maybe an hour a day, and just start chipping through it. Don't just watch it though, take notes on it. Okay. You don't need to write down every single note. You don't need to write down every single word they're saying, right? I know some people like to do that. They write every word possible, but you want to write out the things that you think you need to remember, the things that stand out to you. And also keep in mind, guys, what I'm going to do is in the chat real quick, I'm going to send you a video. It's how to maximize your tap to trade plan and also your personal trading plan. Inside this video, ladies and gentlemen, I talk about rules that you want to generally follow with tap to trade. I talk about rules that you want to follow generally with risk management. Okay. Now you can do and risk whatever you want. It's not financial advice, right? Do your own research, figure out your own trading plan, go through the academy, get educated. I'm just trying to give you guys an idea. For an example, don't take more than 2 to 3 tap the trades a day. Right. What happens is a lot of people, they're doing like a quarter of a percent on a tap to trade, a quarter of a percent, a quarter of a percent, and they're winning them. So they're like, dude, I'm getting confident. So now they risk 1%. And then that happens to be the one losing trade. And they're like, oh my God, I just lost all my profits. This doesn't work. No, it's you're not understanding it, right? And so there's people who have taken 10, 20, $30,000 withdrawals on a consistent basis. Okay. Now, Just keep that in mind. I just dropped that video in the chat, how to maximize your tap the trade plan and your general trading plan. And at the same time, too, if you're still getting used to obviously using Trade Locker, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go
How's
ahead.
it going, ladies and gentlemen?
I'm going to go ahead and share one other video. This video is Trade Locker tips and tricks. Okay, this is a video, Trade Locker tips and tricks that you guys can do. There's other videos in this playlist if you guys want to go watch them on YouTube, but that right there is Trade Locker tips and tricks. Okay, trading is 90% studying and it's 10% actually placing trades. Okay, you guys get that? 90% studying, 10% actually clicking buy or sell. Okay? A lot of people have it backwards. They're like, man, all right, I'll study a little bit and then I'll trade all day long, right? Here's the thing I learned. A couple things about trading, right? If you're emotional while you're trading, okay, if you're emotional while you're trading, it's because of a lack of experience and education. All right. If you are emotional while you're trading, it's because of a lack of experience and education. So, how can you fix being emotional while you're trading? Get more experience and get more educated. Because eventually you're going to kind of get numb to it and you're going to treat it more like a business. You're going to follow a trading plan. Okay. But again, learning all the skills of trading, that in my opinion, I mean, yeah, it's a decent amount of information, right? But that's not the hard part. You can learn the technicals, you can learn the fundamentals, you can learn how to use the platforms, right? You can understand how to mark up charts, you can understand support, resistance, trend lines, you can understand Jay's strategy, the ICI. The hard part for people is mastering their emotions. We are humans. We are emotional beings. Okay. Well, in this business, the people who make big money in trading, they remove emotions from the equation. But you can't just usually do it right off the bat. It takes education and it takes experience. That's why I say give yourself enough time. You can learn all the things you got to learn about trading. It's the emotions that you have to master. Okay. So I would watch those two videos I just sent into the chat, guys. Very, very helpful, obviously, for you to, pay attention to and stuff like that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive into some other information. Okay. I'm going to be diving into some other information for you guys so you can get a good understanding of, obviously, a little bit about obviously building the business. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm also actively live in a trade right now, so that's a little interesting. But what we are going to do is I'm going to talk about some stuff that I've been talking about on some other calls, okay? And I'm going to try to make this relatively quick. This call is usually from 11 to 1 o'clock, but we do have two phenomenal leaders. They're going to be speaking right after me. I mean, these guys are out in Scottsdale and they're making waves, right? So I'm super excited to have them come up and obviously talk, Um, about the business just in general, ladies and gentlemen, obviously, there you see a lot of people that are hitting ranks inside the business, right? And it's because they're learning the skills of network marketing. They're learning the skills, obviously, of how to invite people, how to prospect people, all this stuff, okay? I'm not going to go too much into detail on how to do that stuff. Okay. Because, we talk about it all the time, how to invite. We talk about all the time how to promote, how to present, stuff like that. What I want to talk to you about is the numbers. I want to talk to you about the numbers, understanding your metrics, your goals. Okay. And I've done this call for a few different groups over the last couple days, right? We did two last night. We did, I think one or two the day before, right? I'm not going to go as in depth as I did on those calls, but you're going to understand the gist of it. Okay. Now, what are some reasons why I decided to start building the business real quick? One is there is different types of trading. There's long-term investing and there's short-term investing, right? What constitutes a trade or an investment as a long-term trade or investment? Can someone tell me what makes something a long-term trade or investment? How long do you need to have the trade for to make it a long-term investment? Does anybody know? Drop it in the chat. Years, close. Let's get specific. What's the exact amount of time that you need to hold the trade in order for it to be a long-term investment? Over a year. Over a year, right? And guys, I don't expect you to know this. I'm just putting a little gas on the fire. You know what I mean? Let's get fired up, right? Over a year. if you hold a stock, if you hold a crypto, if you hold a futures position, a forex position, if you hold any sort of trade or investment, right? I'm talking about the markets, right? That is long-term investing. All right. Now, I don't know what country necessarily everyone is on this call, but I know that inside of the United States, if you hold it over a year, that's long-term capital gains tax, or it's short-term, or excuse me, or it's long-term capital gains or capital loss. Okay. So it's a long-term capital tax if you hold it over a year, which is less than a short-term one. What do we do inside this business, ladies and gentlemen? We do a lot of short-term trading, right? A lot of us day trade. That's what we do. Okay. But just, I heard this quote back in the day. All right. It's time in the market is better than timing the market. Okay. So if you are wanting to become an investor, if you're wanting to start, allocating your money to stuff, I'm not going to tell you what to do, obviously, but because, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'll tell you this: investing long term is easier than investing short term. There's less risk with just keeping stuff in the market than there is trying to time the market. However, holding stuff over a long period of time, yes, it's easier, but it's not as much growth month to month, year to year. If you can master the skill of short term investing, you can have crazy returns if you can master it, right? But it's more risky. So what I do personally is I allocate most of my money to long-term investing because it's like you're building your long-term bag. Okay. You don't want to bank and bank and bank and bank only on short-term investing. You want to do long-term investing, right? Now, on another call, we can talk about different types of long-term investments. We can talk about different types of short-term investments, but I wanted to kind of make that clear, right? Me personally, I like to put 70% of the money I'm going to invest every month into long-term investments. Me personally, I like to take 30% of it and put it into short-term investments. Okay. And it's because I know that it's easier to do long-term investing, right? So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. There's some calls that I do where I go really, really in depth in it, but obviously I'm not going to go too in depth on this call. Now, short-term investing is active income. Okay, short-term investing is active income. I learned this from a Series 3 licensed futures trader that made millions and millions of dollars and is traded for hedge funds. And he absolutely crushed it, right? And so he told me, he was like, dude, every day that you go trade, you are going out there to make that money. That's active income, right? Obviously, it's taxed as capital gain, capital loss, right? Short-term capital gain, capital loss, but it's active income. You're going out there to get it. Me and Jay that are in a trade, some of you are in that same trade right now. I posted it in all the groups for the most part. That right there is active income. That's active income. You want to, in some way, shape, or form, create a passive residual income that continues to pay you. That's guaranteed. That's why when I was 20 years old, I was like, okay, I understand this is active income. This is active income, what we're doing here trading. I need to also build something that's guaranteed. I need to build something that's going to pay me month after month after month after month after year forever. And that's the whole point, guys, of a network marketing business model. You can create yourself a residual passive income. And what's cool about it is you're sharing the coolest platform on the entire world to people to allow them to potentially change their life. That's what's cool about it, right? So at 20 years old, I was like, all right, this is active income. I'm going to go build a residual income for myself, right? Does anybody know how many streams of income the average millionaire has? Drop it in the chat. Seven. Let's go. Let's get fired up, right? Seven streams of income. But guess what? Did they become a millionaire with seven streams of income? No. They became a millionaire with one, maybe two, probably one. But after they made more money, they started different businesses. What I learned is you need to go hyper focus on one business, get it to at least $10,000 a month, then start another business. Because if you're doing multiple businesses at once, the reality is most people will never get over $10,000 a month in any of those businesses. So for me, I run, other businesses, right? Yep, exactly. They expanded with seven. I run other businesses, right? But I did not start another business until I hit $10,000 a month in this business, like 4 years ago. Okay. You need to focus all in on this business if this is where you want to create a residual passive income. Some of you on this call have been dialed in. I see Kat in the call right now. She's like, "Whoo," going crazy, right? That's awesome. You've been hustling. A huge shout out to you, right? Out in the UK. Now, let's talk about the business though, okay? So you guys understand the difference between active and passive income, right? Well, one of the first things is like, I'm not going to tell you, inviting skills, anything like that. We're going to talk about that later on this call. But what I want to talk to you about is like, okay, if today is January 18th, and let's say you want to go out and hit the rank 1K inside the business. You're trying to go hit the rank 5K, whatever the case may be, right? I just want you to understand like what is it that you have to be doing every single day in order to make that happen, right? So what is it that you have to be doing every day in order to make that happen? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share something to start off the call. Okay. I'm going to share something to start off the call. Let me go ahead. If you're a co-host on this call, please keep admitting people to the meeting. Okay. Now I'm going to share my screen. Can everyone see this right now? Let me get some thumbs. I want to see some thumbs. Anybody got some thumbs? Let's go. Let's get some thumbs going. Cool. All right. This is called the Rule 7. Okay. Now, when I was building this business, right? I didn't know how many people I needed to prospect every day. I didn't know how many people I needed to reach out to. I had no idea, right? And I figured it out by doing personal development. One of my favorite mentors that taught me how to build the business, the bolts and screws, his name is Matt Morris on YouTube. Mattmorris. Matt Morris. That dude built a team of 3 million people. I do not know anyone who built a bigger team than that in the entire world. Okay. That's me personally. He had an active team of 3 million people. And if you go to his YouTube channel, dude, the guy is so awesome. He's a very genuine person, very smart, and he just tells you exactly what you got to do. That's the cool part about it. It's not all just motivational talk. It's like, hey, here's what we got to do, right? So I've watched almost every single Matt Morris video on YouTube. A lot of them are 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Guys, drop a seven in the chat, or drop a one in the chat if you watch Matt Morris videos before. Who's watched Matt Morris videos before? Drop a one inside the chat. All right, let's go. I'm telling you, you'll get a bunch of value from it. Okay. Now, this is something I learned from Matt Morris's videos. This is called the Rule 7. All right. So, for an example, this is like a batting average. This is like a shooting average. This is just an average. And this is an average for someone who comes into this industry with no skills. I'm talking no sales skills, no communication skills, no leadership skills. Like you haven't had, experience in those skills. So you don't have obviously those skills built up yet. Right. And so this is an average for just the average individual. Okay. Now, this is called the Rule 7. All right. I'm going to break this down to you guys and I'm going to show you a little bit of math behind it coming up afterwards. Okay. Out of 7 people that you prospect, okay, let's say you prospect 10 people a day. That's what all of us do in the business. We prospect 10 people a day. If you're wondering, what does, a successful leader in this business do? We reach out to 10 new people every day and we follow up with 10 old people every day, right? So if I had someone that, if I had a group of people I spoke to a month ago, a week ago, a few days ago, I follow up with 10 people every day. Okay. But I also reach out to 10 new people every day. So I want to go to this. All right. Out of every 7 people that you prospect, roughly one of them will respond. Okay. And if you were on the calls last night, no answering the questions I'm going to ask. Okay. If out of 7 people that you prospect, one roughly responds. They say anything, yes, no, whatever the case is. They just respond. Out of 7 people that respond, one of them actually gets on a call to see the presentation, to see the information. They actually watch the presentation video. If we want to get one person to see the presentation video, if we want to get one person to check out the information, how many people did we have to message? Pop quiz question, ladies and gentlemen in the chat. Here comes Seth, just coming in hot. 49 people. Okay. Because look at this. If we message 7 people and one responds, now we're talking about 7 people that responded and one gets on a call. In order to get 7 people to respond, we need to message 49. Okay. Is that making sense to you guys so far? You guys understanding that? This is numbers, right? So when I learn these numbers, I remove the emotion from it and I just focus on the numbers. Because what you lack in skill, you can make up within numbers. Okay. I remember There's people that got started in the business. They're like, Josh, like, I don't have my free account yet. It's been like a month or two. And I'm like, okay, how many people have you messaged since you joined the business? Or how many people have you prospected? They're like 15. I go, 15? I go, how? How do you not have it done yet? What? No, I tell them, I'm like, dude, you got to follow the numbers. You have to follow the numbers. Okay. And I'm like, I break down the rule seven. So listen, everything we're going over on this call, yes, you're taking in information right now. Okay. But you have to understand that if you want to go become successful in the business, there's a trifecta you need to follow. You learn stuff and then you apply it to your own life, your own business, and then you teach it. It's the perfect trifecta to become very wealthy in this business and help a lot of individuals at the same time, right? You have to learn it, you apply it, and you teach it. So what you are learning on this call, treat yourself as a doorway to pass the information on to people forever. I've been teaching the rule seven for 6 years. I'm a doorway. I'm transferring the information to new people inside the business. You got to do the same thing. Okay. That's how you'll go out and become successful in this. Now, out of seven people that actually get on a call, one of them will actually get started in the business. All right. Out of seven people that get started in the business, they actually join. One of them will actually take it serious. Out of seven people who take it serious, boom, one of them is a diamond and they actually blow your business up to the moon. You're making thousands to tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands a month. Okay. That's what a diamond will do to your business. But it's a diamond in the rough. You have to go through the numbers to find a diamond, a special type of person that's like, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to win, right? A Jay Patno, a Noah Ortiz, Andrew, Marissa. I mean, there's a ton of people on this call, right? That are willing to do whatever it takes. All right. Now, we're going to focus on these three. Okay. We're going to focus on these three. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to transfer over this real quick. All right, I'm gonna transfer this over real quick. And at the end of this call, I'm gonna hand it over to obviously the other gentlemen that are on this call, right? So inside of this business, ladies and gentlemen, I want to point out something, okay? How is money earned in this business? Okay, how is money earned in this business? First of all, it's linear income. Linear income means that it can grow. All right. It's linear, it's exponential. It can continue to grow and grow and grow and compound. That's what's cool about it. For an example, when I got started in this business 6 years ago, right? Matt Thayer and Joey Wilson, they were my mentors. They were making five to $10,000 a month 6 years ago when I first got started. Okay. I was brand new. I was 20 years old. I'm, 27 now. Okay. So it's roughly 6 years. They're making five to $10,000 a month. It's linear income. Guess what? 6 years later, they just cleared $200,000 last month. Okay. And so you got to understand it's linear income. It can grow. You just have to be consistent. Okay. You have to be consistent. Next thing is it's residual income. The money that you're at is residual. It comes month after month after month after year as you continue to grow it, as long as you have that business. And then the last thing I wanted to explain is there's leverage income in this business, right? This is when you can actually help people build their own business in your business, right? You can help people build their business in your business. Okay. So this is super powerful to understand this. This destroys all other ways of making money. This is the best way to make money on the planet. I guarantee it. Linear income continues to grow, residual income pays you forever, and leverage income, it's not just you that can multiply the income, which is very, very powerful, right? So, what we're going to do real quick is now you guys understand that, I want to go over real quick to the compensation plan, okay? So, you guys can see this, right? Now, when I first saw this when I was 20 years old, right? It was 500 people to make, over $10,000 a month. I was like, all right. Me and Jay sat down. We're like, okay, we understand how awesome this platform is. We understand how much impact this is going to make on people's lives. And we also understand that we want to get the $10,000 a month in linear growth, residual, and leveraged income. We want that. Let's go get it. Me and Jay were like, all right, 90 days, we're going to get the $10,000 a month. We were 20 years old. It took not 90 days. We had no idea what we were doing. We didn't know skills like what we're learning on this call. We didn't understand what we had to do. It took us 2 years and 1 month to get the $10,000 a month. Okay. But we had to learn. And so the point of these calls is we're trying to tell you stuff that we wish we would have known. because then we would have done it faster, right? So you can do it a lot faster than we did it if you're willing to go all in. Okay. So taking a look at this, obviously there's people on this call that are all going after different ranks, right? Some of you are going after the 1K rank. Some of you are going after the 5K rank, right? Some of you the 10, the 25, the 50, 100. This applies to everyone. Okay. So what I want to do basically is I want to go over to this sketch pad that I have here and we're going to go through some numbers. Okay. We're going to go through some numbers, right? Now, one of the first things I want you to do is I want you to take out a notebook. Okay. Get a notebook out because I'm going to tell you the exact numbers you got to do in order to accomplish it. Okay. What happens is a lot of people get into autopilot mode on building this business. They're just building on autopilot, right? They're like, I'm just doing as much as I can every single day, right? Let's come up with exact metrics that you need to do in order to go accomplish this. Okay. It's very simple. So all you got to do is on the notebook, write down January 31st, 14 days, and then whatever rank you're trying to hit. Okay. I'm going to assume that you have nobody on your team right now for this call. If you have people on your team, awesome. You just got to put what rank it is that you want to be by the end of this month. Why am I doing, instead of 30, 60, 90-day goals, why am I doing calendar months? It's because at the end of the month, whatever rank you are, that's the bonuses you get. So every month on the first day of the month, guys, we get to go all out throughout the month to try to get to the highest rank possible, and you get massive bonuses. It's so cool, right? I absolutely love the way that this compensation plan's set up compared to other ones I've seen. Now, January 31st, 14 days. February 28th is 42 days away. March 31st is 73 days away. Okay. Just in general, everyone's goal in this call should be minimum 50K. Okay. I'm not saying you have to do it in a month or two or three. Obviously, you want to go all in, right? You want to get to that. And guys, you should see some of the top earners I've met. I'm like, you're making $100,000 a month? I'm like, dude, no way. I'm like, I'm gonna make 1 million a month if that's the case, right? I'm telling you, anybody can win in this. Anybody. You just have to be a workhorse. You have to be focused. You have to block out distractions, right? So minimum goal for everyone is 50K. All right. Now, if you're someone that's like, dude, I'm here to go super, I'm here to go to the super affiliate. Why not? Right? Shoot for the moon. That's amazing. That's exactly what my plan is too. Right? Our mentors, Matt and Joey, guys, they're very close to hitting the super affiliate rank, the top rank in the company. In the span of like 160 days, they've gone from like, I think it was the 100K rank all the way to super affiliate in 160 days. Okay. This business has been 10xing. It's crazy, right? It's the perfect time to go in on your business. All right. But let's talk about this if you are someone who's brand new. Okay. Because obviously it takes time to learn how to become the leader you need to learn or you need to become in order to accomplish these. All right. So let's say January 31st, 14 days left in the month, you want to hit the 1K rank. That's 1,000 volume in your business, 10 people. Okay. Now, obviously, ladies and gentlemen, there are annual packages that you can sell inside this business, which is really cool. There's annual packages inside this business. You sold the Akashx yearly package, right? Normally, the Akashx yearly package is $1,500 for the whole year. It's a subscription, and you get 1,000 volume in your business if you happen to sell one of those, which is really cool. Right? That's 1,000 volume. Now, keep in mind, based off the way the comp plan's set up, is you need to get 2 yearly sales in order to hit the 1K rank. All right. You need to get 2 yearly sales. We're going to be talking about monthly sales in here because monthly sales is what's going to keep your business obviously earning you residual income because it's reoccurring subscriptions. That's what gives you residual income. All right. Now there is a promo going on, right? It ends at the end of this month. I would take advantage of it. This is $999 for the yearly package. It gives you 600 volume. However, what's really cool about this type of promotion that they're running is normally the yearly package, 1,000 volume, $1,500. That's one chunk of volume, 1,000 volume that you get for the whole year. What they're doing now, just for this promo, is it's $999. You get 600 volume, but every month that person also gives you an additional 90 volume. That's what's cool about this. So these are amazing packages to sell right now. I would put all your focus right now into selling yearly packages. Obviously, if it's a monthly, it's fine. All right. So now that you guys understand that, do you guys understand the volume of the different packages? Okay. The trade and travel package is 125 volume. I didn't put that on there though. Okay. So now that we understand that, all right, let's do the math. Very, very simple. Okay. If we need 10 people, if you have no one on your team right now, All right. You guys can follow this math. Okay. If we need 10 people and we divide it by 14 days left this month, including today, you need an average of 0.71 people joining a day. Okay. Some of you are probably like, how do you have 70% of a person join? You can't, right? It's one. Everyone's goal is personally enroll one person a day, no matter what. That's what the goal is. You try to get a person started every day. When I wake up for the last 6 years, I'm like, who can I get started today? Who can I launch today? Who can I help change their life today? Who can I enroll into a Koshex today? Okay. So you need, in terms of numbers, 0.71 people to join a day. Let's take it to the next level. If you need 0.71 people to join a day, how many presentations do you got to do every day? All we're going to do, it's very simple, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to follow the rule of 1 in 7. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my calculator and I'm going to do 1 divided by 7 because that's the average, right? The cool thing about averages is the better you get, the better this gets. The better you get at sales, the better you get at mindset, the better you get at, communication, leadership, this goes up, which is really cool. But let's take this. It's 14%. 1 out of 7 is 14%, 0.14. So let's do this math. You need 10 people to hit the 1K rank by the end of this month. You're going to get a beautiful flyer made. We're going to post you in front of thousands of people. It's going to be awesome, right? And you get paid, which is super cool. Divided by 14 days left this month. That's how many people you need to join a day. All we're going to do is how many presentations do we got to do a day? Divide this by 14%. Divided by 0.14. You need to do an average of 5 to 6 presentations a day. 5 to 6 presentations a day. Okay. Now, keep this in mind, ladies and gentlemen. I am just telling you the numbers that you have to do on average to accomplish the 1K rank if you had 0 people right now. That's what I'm telling you. There are daily goals that we have, right? Most people, we're trying to do 3 to 5 presentations a day. If you're going all in, 5 to 10 presentations a day, right? Me and Jay hopped on the 5 to 10 presentations a day bandwagon years ago, right? Because we're like, man, the faster we go, the more time frames we can compress, the faster we can get it done, right? But if you're trying to hit the 1K rank by the end of this month, 5 to 6 presentations a day. How do you present the information, right? You can get on a one-on-one call and you can go through the PowerPoint slides, right? You can go through the actual slides of the company, show them the platform. You could send them the recorded YouTube video that Noah Ortiz and Joey Wilson made. I've gotten tons of people signed up with that, right? You can obviously have them come to a live event. Hint, hint, we have a live event in Minnesota on January 23rd, right? It's going to fit 150 plus people. Great place to bring people, right? But you have to just show the people the information. That's what 5 to 6 means a day. Now, if you need to do 5 to 6 presentations a day, how many people do you need to prospect every day for the rest of this month in order to book 5 to 6 presentations a day on average? Let's divide it by 14%, divided by 0.14. You need to prospect an average of 36 people a day. Okay, 36 people a day. All right. If you prospect an average of 36 people a day, on average, you're going to get about 5 to 6 presentations booked a day. And on average, you're going to get about 0.71 people started a day. The goal is one, maybe one every other day. All right. That is the numbers. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? When I was brand new, I was like, just how many numbers do I got to do? What do I got to do? Right. You understand now. If you have no one on your team, you need to prospect 36 people a day for the rest of this month. You need to do about 5 to 6 presentations a day, and you need to sign up on average one person a day, right? Guys, signing people up, you'll realize is the easy part in this business. It's not hard to have someone want to join this platform. It's amazing. It's very affordable, and there's so much value. I've been a part of platforms that cost $1,500, $2,000 your first month, and then it's an extra 200 to 175 bucks a month, right? I've been a part of those. This is affordable, and it's even better. That's what's cool about it, right? So you'll realize that getting people started in the business is the easy part. It's keeping them in the business and helping them have success is the hard part, right? This is not a sales job, right? Yes, we're talking about sales. This isn't a sales job, though. This is a leadership role. That's why we hold these calls, right? That's why Jay does trading calls. That's why we do live events. That's why we do in-person trainings. That's why we, for example, Joey Wilson, he knows this. That's why he got an $8 million mansion in Scottsdale, Arizona for all of us to have, a 10K and above retreat, right? There's a lot of things that come with maintaining an organization. I'm just telling you how to go get 1K done this month. Okay. So 36 prospecting messages a day to hit 1K, 5 to 6 presentations a day, and one sign up a day. Now, this is an example if you had 0 people on your team. Some of you have one, Some of you have two, some of you have four, right? So what you have to understand is all you got to do is okay, if you're 8 people away from the 1K rank, it's you need 8 signups divided by 14 days left this month. Same math. You need about half a person a day to join. Well, how many presentations you got to do every day? Let's divide it by 14%. You need to do an average of 4 presentations a day now if you already have 2 people to hit the 1K rank. How many people do you got to prospect every day? Divided by 14%. You got to prospect about 30 people a day. You guys see, obviously, the if you have people on your team, it's less, right? Which is really cool. Now, I want to show you guys something. You can do this for any of the ranks, any of the months, any of the days away. Okay. If you wanted to hit the 5K rank and you have no one on your team right now, okay, or let's say, for an example, let's say you guys accomplish 1K because I know you're all going to do it by the end of this month. You know what you have to do. The only way you won't accomplish 1K by the end of this month is if you don't follow the numbers I just gave you. Okay? You have to believe in it. That's just it's numbers. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Okay? So, check this out. If you are on February 1st, okay? And now you have 10 people in your business. You are the 11th person. Okay. When someone gets started, understand that not everyone wants to build a business. Okay. That's fine. That's totally fine. Oh my gosh. Don't force people to build a business, right? You want to work with people that want to do it. Otherwise, it's a huge headache. Okay. So what do I do when people come into the business? What does Jay do when people come into the business? We sort them. Blues or reds? Blues, they're just customers. Maybe they want to get a free account. They're blues. Okay. We put blues in the blue category. Then, if they want to build the business, reds. Okay. They're reds if they want to build the business and trade. Now, out of the reds, you have to figure out which ones are serious. Who's actually prospecting people every day? Who's listened to Eric Worre's GoPro audio, 7 steps to becoming a network marketing professional? Who's showing up to the leadership calls? Who's packing out your calendar? Who's actually hustling, right? That's the serious reds. So I sort people because my time I know is valuable, just like your time, right? So you need to sort people as they come into your business. Who do you give most of your attention to? Don't neglect your customers because they don't want to build a business. That's not how that works. You still want to have a very healthy, culture, make it fun because customers are the most important thing inside this entire business, hands down, right? Now, keep this in mind, all right? Let's say it's February 1st. You learned how to sort people. All right. Let's say the 10 people on your team now, you hit the 1K rank. You got an awesome flyer posted on social media, posted in the One Mission chat, right? Obviously, you just made four, five, six, $700, which is pretty awesome too for hitting the 1K rank. Well, check this out. If you are the 11th person and you have 10 people, so there's 11 people that you're working with now, in a perfect world, let's say all 10 of them also wanted to build a business. Okay. All 10 of them were like, hey, you know, hey, Tiffany, hey, Kat, hey, Amy, I want to build a business too. Right. They're telling you that, all 10 people. Well, guess what? Now you're stepping into if I go back to here, you're stepping into leveraged income. That's what you're stepping into because they also want to build a business now. It's up to them though. It's completely optional. That's what's cool about this, right? Well, check this out. You're working with numbers now. I'm going to do this math. Watch how easier this gets. Okay. You need to get 40 people if you already have 10, if it's February 1st. All right. So all we have to do is 40 divided by how many days are in February? 28. So we need 40 people in 28 days. We need 1.4 people a day to join the business. That's more people than when we were just trying to go after the 1K rank, right? That's more people. Okay. Now, how many people do we have to do presentations to? How many presentations have to happen in your business every day to get 1.4 people started a day? Divide that by 14%. We have to do 10.2 presentations a day, all 28 days, excuse me, all 28 days of the month of February to hit the 5K rank. 10.2 presentations a day. Now, how many people need to be prospected every day? Divided by 14%. In your business, 72, 73 people need to be prospected every single day. If you have 10 people on February 1st and you want to get the 50 by the end of the month, 72 people need to be prospected every day. But here's where the magic comes in. If you and 10 other people are also going after, building the business, right? Let's say all 10 of those people are wanting to obviously accomplish the 1K rank. It's February 1st. They all want to go hit the 1K rank, right? Well, check this out. If you need 72 people to be prospected every day in your business in the month of February, All we have to do is you got 10 people that are willing to do it, and you got you. Let's divide it by 11. You each have to prospect 6.6 people a day. That's a lot easier than 36 people a day, right? This is where business leverage income comes into play. That's why this is the coolest business model in the entire world, right? You help people accomplish their goals, and by default, you accomplish your goals. The more people you help make money in this business, the more money you're going to make. That's why I'm constantly trying to work with leaders. I'm trying to help them, right? Because if I can help them make X amount of money, if I can help them make the X goal, I'll get the X goal, right? It's exactly how it is. Matt and Joey, right? They had a phenomenal month last month. I'm not sitting there thinking about, man, oh my gosh, how much money, did they make off of me building my business? I don't care. I want them to get to a higher level of income. Because if I can get them to a higher level of income, I'm at a higher level of income. It's so cool. Like me and Jay celebrate those guys when they hit higher levels because we know we're putting in the work and we're a big reason why it happens, you know? So if you're like, man, I can't believe they made that much, their income keeps going up. Well, if you didn't put anyone in the business, you're not the reason their income went up. You didn't do anything, right? So the power in numbers kicks into play. It's absolutely insane. All right. So check this out. If you needed to prospect 72.8 people a day, let's go backwards. Let's times that by 14%. 10 presentations a day. If you have 11 people on your team, including you each only have to do one presentation a day. You'll hit enough numbers if everyone's doing what they're supposed to do, right? Now, same thing, guys. You guys see how the math, we broke it up and down, right? The best way that you can do this business is once you have 10 people in your business, right? That's the hardest part. When you're a one man, one girl army and you're just trying to get your business off the ground, you got to go hustle and get people started in the business. That's the reality of it. It's the hardest part. Okay. Once you have people in the business, let's say 10 people, you identify who wants to build the business. Okay. It's okay if they don't want to, right? You can explain why you are, just like I did on this call. But essentially, once you have people in the business, it gets easier. Okay. And I want to point this out for an example. You don't want to just reach out to your 10 people and be like, hey, I need you to prospect 7 people a day in order for me to hit my goals. You don't say that, right? You don't do that. What you do is you get on a call with them and you help them identify their January 31st goal, their February 28th goal, their March 31st goal. Help them identify their goals and then break the math down to them. Hey, you need this many people in this many days. So this many people a day. Here's how many presentations you got to do a day, and here's how many prospecting messages you got to send out a day. Give them the metrics for their own goals, and then help them go accomplish that. And by default, you'll hit your goals. You see what I'm saying? Don't just say, hey, I need you to prospect 7 people a day so I can hit the 5K rank this month. Help them learn their goals and then hyper focus on helping them accomplish their goals while you're accomplishing yours. That's where leverage comes in. It's the coolest thing in the world. Okay. Now, I want to put this in example. Okay. Let's say that you have 10 people in your business. It's February 1st. Okay. Now it's February 1st. You're the 1K rank. You're making an average of $6,000 a year residually every single year, right? Well, I want to ask the call question. Okay. If you have 10 people in your team on February 1st, one of the daily goals we have is everyone messages 10 people a day. New people, we follow up with 10 people a day as well. But if everyone on your team, all 10 people, are prospecting 10 people a day, how many people a day are finding out about your business? Okay. How many people are finding out about your business? If you have 10 people in your business and they're all prospecting 10 people a day, 100. Let's go, Amy. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get fired up. If you have 10 people in your business and they're all prospecting 10 people a day, that's 100 people a day finding out about your business. Okay. This is where it gets crazy, right? Imagine if you had 100 people in your business, right? You're the 10K rank by March 31st, making an average of $3,000 a month, right? If you have 100 people in your business prospecting 10 people a day, how many people a day are finding out about your business? 100 people in your business prospecting 10 people a day. How many people every day are finding out about your business? 1,000. 1,000 people every single day are finding out about your business, right? Like I said, the hardest part about this business is getting it off the ground, right? We all had to do it. I remember my first day, I was so excited. I messaged 200 people, and the only person who got started was my best friend, Cade, from my childhood. 200 people. I didn't know what I was doing. I wrote a huge book about how the whole business works, and I was just blast messaging at the people. I didn't know what I was doing. I got my friend started, right? And he's still in the business till today. Okay, pretty awesome. Shout out Kate Hoban, right? Now, you understand though, getting it off the ground is the hard part, but once it's off the ground, when you work in unison with your team, that's when the magic happens, right? A group of three or more create magic. Okay. I heard that a while back. Okay. So understand that all you need to do is understand the metrics of what you got to do to go accomplish your goal. If you have other people in your business that are willing to build, help them understand the metrics. Okay. It's very, very simple, guys. You just have to follow the numbers, the rule of seven. Okay. And so some of you have really, really high goals. You know what I mean? Some of you want to hit 5K by the end of the month. All you have to do is figure out how many more people you need and divide it by 14 days, right? If you want to hit 50K by March 31st, 73 days away, you need to do 500 people, because that's 50K, minus how many you have, and then you need to divide it by 73 days. That's how many people need to join a day. Divide that by 14%. That's how many people you need to present to every day. And divide that by 14%. And that's how many people need to be prospected every day. Okay. So it gets easier once you get your business off the ground, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. All right. That's some really important information I wanted to cover, guys. Now, just real quick, how do you go accomplish that? Okay. Obviously, besides just prospecting people, what are some things you can do? All right. You guys can do launch calls for yourself or for people that come into your business. Okay. When someone gets started in your business, right? Make sure they're properly set up. They have good expectations so they don't quit in 30 days. Make sure they have all their products and services set up and make sure, you teach them something called the 48-hour rule. If you don't know what that is, you can always hit me up and ask. Okay. Now, when I get a new person started, you know what I tell them? I'm like, hey, listen, in 2 days, we're going to do a call at 8 p.m. Central Time. I want you to invite as many people as possible to this call. I'm going to get on and I'm going to present to them. Okay. And we're going to get your free account done at the speed of light. Does that sound good to you? They're like, yeah, that sounds awesome. I'm like, okay, how many people are you going to get on this Zoom call? They're like, I'm going to try to get 5. I'm like, let's get 25. Okay. You push them a little bit, right? Obviously, you read people when they come into the business, right? Some people are really hesitant, they're nervous. You can kind of do the threshold based off that, but you set up a launch call with them right away because they're immediately showing the presentation to a ton of different people. Sometimes when people get started, I'm like, hey, dude, listen, I'm going to come over to your place. And in 48 hours, I'm going to come to your living room. I'm going to bring my computer. I want you to put as many people in your living room as you possibly can. I'm going to come there, plug in my computer, and break down the entire business. And we're going to get people started. Right. So, launch calls, launch events right away. Right. For new people. Always have a packed calendar. Me and Jay, when we wake up in the morning, along with a lot of other leaders here, we pull up in our Google Calendar. And if it's empty, if there's tumbleweeds rolling around in there, we're like, dude, we got to pack this thing out because an empty calendar is an empty bank account. A full calendar is a full bank account, right? So I'm always looking, how many calls do I have booked every single day this week? I need to pack out my calendar because I know what the results are if I pack it out. Have a positive attitude. Don't be so like, what if it doesn't happen? Be like, what if it does happen? You need to be optimistic. I believe that personality, I believe that mindset is the biggest factor to success. It's switching from what if it doesn't happen to what if it does happen. Okay. If you have success in this business or if you want to have success, it's because you had the mindset. What if it does happen? You being optimistic, you're having an abundance mindset. Those are the people that actually win. So if you're having a scarcity mindset, you need to get rid of it. Because guess what? You're probably not going to accomplish your goals if you have a scarcity mindset. Promoting on social media, guys. Post your profits, post your payouts, post how well you did on your demo account for the day, post how well you did on your challenge account for the day, right? Post some information about obviously what it is that we're doing here, right? Promote on social media, in-person events. Guys, these rules apply to me too, right? These rules apply to me. I'm not just telling you what you got to do. I do the same thing for my own business. Why is there a Minnesota event on January 23rd coming up next Thursday? Because I need to follow the numbers, right? So in-person events, we started them at like hookah lounges. That's where we started doing events. Then we moved to pizza parlors, the little party room, buy pizza and you can have the room for free. Then we moved to eventually getting our first event spot, getting bigger ones, right? Start small. Hustle sessions, power hours. If you have people that you work with in this business, say, hey, listen, I want to go out and accomplish this by the end of the month. every day, let's get on a call for 1 hour. It's called a power hour. Let's get on together and let's accomplish our daily metrics of the day. If we all need to prospect 36 people a day to hit the 1K rank, let's all get on this call 1 hour a day and let's all prospect 36 people together. Okay. Power hours, they're huge, right? Following up with old prospects, of course, if you have people on the fence, help them get started. They saw the presentation, they didn't quite join yet. They didn't see the presentation, they wanted to, right? Follow up with them. Number eight, help them understand their goals. This is the important part. Your team, if they want to go out and accomplish a lot in this business, you need to help them understand their metrics. You need to help them understand their goals. Help your team set goals. This is a goal with a date attached to it because a goal without a date is just a dream, right? Help them understand their goals, their numbers. Call your leaders every day after that call. Once you set, obviously goals and dates attached to it, call them every day and be like, dude, who are the five people we're presenting to today? Who are the 30? Where are you going to prospect 36 people today? I'm going to do it on Instagram, right? Call your leaders every single day because you all have to be focused, right, to accomplish this. And the last thing is incentives. Okay. You can run incentives for your team. Me and Jay, guys, we were at, let's say, $600 a month when we first got started in this business. We were still running incentives. We're like, guys, during a power hour or something, we'd all meet up. We'd be like, hey, whoever can prospect the most people in 45 minutes gets $10, right? Whoever can prospect the most people in 30 minutes gets $10. Run little incentives for your team. They don't have to be crazy. Sometimes it doesn't even have to be money, too. You know, hey guys, we're all going to go out to Applebee's to get half apps, right? If, whoever can prospect 100 people today, you can come to half apps, right? Run little tiny incentives for your team, okay? Something I like doing is when a person gets started in the business, I tell them this. I'm like, hey, if you can go accomplish the 1K rank by the end of the month, by the end of the calendar month, I'll give you back the money you spent to get started. I've been doing that for years. That's a huge cheat code. When someone gets started in my business, I'm like, dude, listen, if you can go accomplish the 1K rank, 10 people, just 10, by the end of this calendar month and hit the 1K rank, qualify for it, I'll give you back the money you spent. So this is literally a free business. Plus, they're also going to make $400, $500, $600, $700 plus the 150. They're going to make almost $1,000 their first month of the business when I'm running that promo. Okay. Realistically, only 1 out of 10 people usually actually hit that promo, maybe even less. Imagine if all 10 people you just got started, let's say today, you gave them that incentive. Hey, I'll give you $149 back, the money you spent to get started. If you hit the 1K rank by the end of the month, 14 days. Well, imagine if all 10 go after it. Out of the 10, someone got one, someone got three, someone got four, someone got six, someone got seven, someone got one, someone got one. One of them got 10. I think it was worth giving $149 for that big of an explosion in your business. You're playing statistics. Most people aren't willing to do it, but if you offer it when everyone gets started, new people, most people want to go after it, right? It's absolutely crazy, guys. So hopefully you understand the metrics and how to do this now. If you don't quite understand, that's okay. This is a recorded video. You can always go back and watch it. But I'm telling you, all me and Jay did, and a lot of other leaders, is we figured out the numbers. We're like, dude, what do we got to do to accomplish X, Y, Z every single day? That's all we did. And then we just went to work. We just went to work. We'd sit down and just go to town, right? So we're going to go ahead and switch gears, guys. The call is going to go a tiny bit longer than obviously we expected, which is completely fine. We have a very, very cool back half of this call for you guys. Okay, a very cool one. All right. Now, the individuals that are going to come and obviously come speak up here and be training and coaching, they're good friends of mine. I went to Dubai with them. They're absolutely amazing leaders inside this business. I mean, dude, I've watched these guys grow phenomenally in the last, 4 or 5 months that we've been in this business. I didn't even know them beforehand, and I feel like I've known them for years, right? Which is really cool. They've made such a big impact right out there in Scottsdale, Arizona, of like thousands of people around the world that they made an impact to over the years, right? It's absolutely crazy. So they're gonna obviously come up here, guys, and do an amazing training. They're gonna teach you some bolts and screws, right? They're gonna teach you how to actually go out and accomplish these goals over the course of the rest of this month, next month, and so on and so forth. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm trying to. I see Andrew. Obviously, there's Noah. Let's get fired up, guys. Do you guys want me to just go ahead and spotlight both of you? You guys can kind of run this back half if you want. Okay, I'll go ahead and add you guys up here real quick. What's good?
Jay up there.
Yo, yo.
All right.
Yo,
I
yeah.
think we're good. I
All
think
right,
we're good.
cool.
Yeah, just let me know if you want me to participate in anything. Okay.
Yeah. So what we're going to do here, and I'm not going to take very much time. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Noah. I have a feeling most of you probably at least know my name by now. But what we're going to do is a little bit of a role play practice. We used to do this when I first got started, so that those of you that have just gotten involved and you don't know the keys to how to invite people to a call, you don't know how to edify a business partner when you don't have results, you don't know how to close someone when they just saw the information, you can learn something from this. And so instead of me just breaking down exactly how to do this and likely making it look really easy, but you guys being like, oh, well, that doesn't help me at all. Easy for you to say, bro. We're going to make sure you guys know by the time you get off this call how to do it yourselves. So, first and foremost, please, if you guys can and if you want to participate in this, turn your cameras on. Turn your cameras on because it's not that I need to see every single one of your faces for my day to be made. It's so that when we're talking to you guys, I know who actually wants to do this and who doesn't. And if you don't have your camera on, we won't call on you. You don't have to do anything, but I don't really know why you would even be on the call if that's the case. So, real quick, what I want to make very clear is regardless of if you're inviting someone to a call, whether you're edifying a business partner, whether you're closing, energy is everything. How many of you guys know people like Andy Elliott, Andrew Tate, Daniel G, Alex Morton? How many of you guys know those names? Can I get like a show of hands or something here? You guys know those names? We've all know those names, right? Now they make way more money than everybody else in what it is they do, right? It's not because they're saying some special script or they have some crazy word of, or some crazy lingo. It's their energy. When they get on a mic, when they get on a call, when they're talking to somebody in person, it does not matter, man. The energy is a different level. Yeah, Alex Hermosi, it's all of those people, and they just know energy transfers to other people. I try to pride myself on being the person that has like a little bit of a firecracker behind every word that I say, so that way you're not sitting back in your seat doing this on a Super Saturday, taking your notes, and then you get off the call and you don't do a damn thing. I want you guys to be at the Scottsdale mansion. I want to get to know some of you guys. I want some of you to take this as seriously as I did when I first got started and say, you know what? I'm seeing people make $100,000 a month in their 30s doing this. Why not me? I mean, to give you guys an example of what can happen, I just had a month, well over $20,000, and I haven't been doing this for 2 years. If you guys want to do it, you can do it. But I'm telling you, your energy is going to have to go this way, way higher. And everything that you do, you got to put down the typewriter and stop texting everybody. You got to quit just hoping that your marketing by posting a poster up on your story is going to work. You got to get out there. You got to put your face in front of the camera. You got to put your voice and your tone behind your words, and you have to up your energy. It's that simple. So as we go through these little role play practices, I want you guys to try to practice that. If anything, it's not you getting the words right, but get your energy to a point where when I'm listening to you, when Josh and Jay are listening to you, whoever's practicing this with you, they sit there and they say, damn, boy, you're fired up, if anything. That's all that matters. Because for those of you that just got started and you're trying to invite people to check this out, you probably have never started a business in your life. They don't know what the hell you're doing. So for them to give you their time, for you to show them this, or for us to show them this, they got to know you're excited about it. If you're not excited about it, they can tell. They can tell. So it's more common for you to reach out to them and say, hey, let's go get effed up on a Saturday like today, right? Than it is for you to reach out to them about a business opportunity. Here's the difference. When you FaceTime your homies or your friends or whoever, and you're getting ready to go out today, Tippa, Josh, and Jay, you guys know, because we've all been in that scene before. What do? You FaceTime your boys and you're like, yo, bro, I just found out there's some dude performing down at freaking Riot House in Scottsdale. We got to go. You down to come? Oh, shit, bro. Yeah. You notice how the energy is different? But when you guys invite somebody to check this business opportunity out that could change their life and that you're so excited about, you either text it, probably, or if you send something, you just say, hey, man, I got this business opportunity. You sound like a script. You're not excited about it. That's the only difference between results and no results. So up your energy level, man. And so what we're going to do is we'll practice how to invite, how to edify, and how to close. And we have limited time here, so I don't know how long it's going to go. I'm thinking for Josh and Jay, I'm thinking maybe we can let as many people that want to go as we can for every single one of those. And what we'll do to start is I'll kind of start it off and I'll give you guys an example on how to invite, on how to edify a business partner, on how to close. And me and Andrew will kind of play ping pong on that. But just to kind of add Andrew into this, those of you that don't know anything about him, he's one of the leaders that I first reached out to, or not reached out to, but got connected to when I got started. Both of us had no network marketing experience, and he was one of the people like me that was dialed into his health and fitness. And he was an athlete, so we had some common grounds, but none of us knew how to do this, or neither of us did. And so to see what he's done at 23 years old, now 24, I believe, but to move out to Scottsdale in about 6 months worth of time, be full time with this. He's had $10,000 plus months now. It's really cool to see, man. It's just like when you get connected to the right people and the right opportunity, like we have here with the Cossacks, and you raise your energy and you go out and you do it, you guys have a really, really, really rare opportunity, because in the platform that me and Andrew launched in, and maybe this is the case for you, Josh and Jay as well, it was not that. It was like I was trying to put my team in a water boat and swim it up freaking stream up a waterfall. It just wasn't going to work. And so what you guys have here is special. So I'll just ask you a quick question, man. Andrew, if you were to give, a little bit of an add-on to what I've already said to anybody who's getting ready to launch their business, or, wants to go out and make full-time income, what is your piece of advice?
Yeah, I mean, my biggest thing, bro, is that when I first got started, I knew, again, not a single soul in this. I come from exercise sports science background, graduated in that, went the fitness route, tried to do online coaching, try to do everything that I could to not go the traditional route, right? And so I came into this, dialed in on my fitness. So I had like the physical there and a little bit of the mental, but I didn't know how I was going to make, these big goals and dreams that I had for myself come true. And so all I did was get connected. Noah, he got me directly connected to Joey Wilson, who you guys probably all know the name of, and I listened to them. They had what I wanted. They were teaching me what I wanted to do, and I followed it step by step. To reinvent that wheel of success, it's merely impossible. And so if you have someone in your life, I didn't when I first started, to teach you to where you wanted to go and had everything they had, and they gave you the blueprint, why would you not do that every single step of the way? And so again, Noah had it. And then obviously Joey Wilson told me exactly what to do. I followed it every single day. There were certain times where I wanted to give up. Obviously, this business is not hard. Entrepreneurship is there to hold your own self accountable. But within this business, you have a community full of people that are here to help you out every single step of the way, whether they got started like today, the same exact time you did, or a few months, a few years ago. It doesn't really matter, but you have the people here to surround you. And so all I got to tell you, man, is like, the key to having it all is knowing you already do. Like you have to already vision yourself having everything for you to be able to go out and get it. So envision yourself being that person making 10, 15, 20 grand a month, and kind of backtrack the days of what it takes to be that person to make sure you get there. And so all I would say, man, is if you're brand new to this business, been in it for a couple months, a couple years, it doesn't really matter. Just make sure you're doing your daily disciplines and following people that have helped you along the way where you're at, and change nothing up. Just do every single thing day by day, stack those days, and I promise you'll come out on top. So yeah, that being said, I know Noah, we're going to go ahead and start doing a little bit of role play, and we're going to go back and forth a little bit. And obviously the whole idea of this call, get people interactive, like make sure we're all here to help each other out, work together. I've never put myself, Noah, obviously Josh and Jay as well, on this pedestal. Like, we're here to like teach you guys this stuff. We've just been doing it a little bit longer. Like we want everyone to win at a highest level, if not farther than us, down the line. So it's just be interactive. We're here to help each other. And that's the whole idea of this community.
Yep. And so what we'll do is we'll get right into this. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start with inviting. So like we say, we run opportunity calls every single night at 8 p.m. Central Time, so that you guys don't have to be the ones to break this down yourself. If you're like me and you want to be self-sufficient and you want to make full-time income, you got to be full-time. So what I would recommend you guys do is get the presentation on your phone, on your computer, on your tablet, whatever you use, and start doing them yourself. I started presenting my third day in by myself. I didn't have results. I didn't know how to trade. I had nobody in my business, but I knew that it was going to be the only way that I got better. So you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great with anything. And the first key is inviting. You got to know how to get someone onto a call and give you their time to begin with. Now, this is why marketing and all that other stuff is important, because if you don't have anything attaching yourself to what you're reaching out to someone about through social media, for example, it's going to be weird. It's going to be weird to them. They don't know what you're talking about. So I always recommend you guys keep at least a couple stories up a day on these calls. You could literally take a picture right now and say Super Saturday, USA squad is pumping, whatever. I just did something like that as well. And that's one example. And then when you reach out to someone and you're excited, then they go look at your story and they're like, oh, okay, what is this? What am I missing out on? Right? So what we'll do is real quick, Andrew, you be the guest. I will be the inviter. And what we're going to do is we're going to act like you're calling these people and you're putting them on the spot. A lot of us get so wrapped up in treating this like an actual job where you got to sit there and make cold market messages and copy paste, change the name, keep sending it out. Like that's not how this is supposed to be built. Network marketing is built on relationships. And to build a relationship, you got to put a face to the camera. A lot of times you got to be in person and it's better that way. But bare minimum, man, if you guys are just getting started, there's people inside of your life that want to make more money, be a part of something bigger than themselves, want to learn how to invest. Everything that we do here is very easy to sell. And so if you're reaching out to somebody, you can put them on the spot, put them on a FaceTime, put them on a phone call. I'm going to literally act like I'm FaceTiming Andrew right now. So I'll say ring, ring. And then Andrew, you answer and you just say, what's up? Ready? Ring, ring.
Yo, what's going on, bro?
Yo, what are you doing tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time?
I don't know. Probably hang out, maybe watch the football games or do whatever tonight. I'm not too sure. Just chilling though.
Perfect. I'm going to send you a Zoom link. I just got started with something new. It's not a job, but it's a way that you and I can both make extra income on our own time. I got connected to some pretty sharp people. 20 minutes of your time, no commitment to you. You just got to simply listen in. Can I count on you to be there?
What time you say again?
8 p.m. Central Time.
That's when the game starts though. I don't know if I'll be able to like fully
Look,
listen.
bro, I'm just going to interrupt you real quick. If I told you there's someone on the call that makes $100,000 a month and he's in his 30s and he's going to teach you how to do the same damn thing, would you at least jump on and check it out? The football game ain't making you no money, bro.
Yeah, bro, for sure. Let's do it.
Perfect. I'll send you the link. Boom.
Cool.
There we go. Right. So that's inviting. But if you notice, it's all posture. I tell people this all the time, man. And whoever has more posture in a conversation wins. Whether you're talking to your freaking significant other, your mom and dad, some random person, whoever has more posture in a conversation wins. Your goal is not to explain exactly what it is that we do. Your goal is to get someone intrigued enough to give you their time. So you guys have all had FOMO, right? The fear of missing out. That's what you're trying to get people to have with this opportunity. They don't know what they don't know. And you haven't told them, and you're not going to tell them. Because if you could choose to have me, Josh and Jay, Andrew, etc., share this for you as a business partner for your network with the results and being able to answer questions, or you have to do it on your own day one, what do you think we're going to have better results with? Probably Josh and Jay presenting it, right? And so that's my point is leverage the people around you that have been doing this for way longer. That's what we all did when we first got started. And so you can take all the weight off your shoulders. But if you start saying things like, well, it's about this trading thing and it's about this, no, man, I'm good. Because you give people too much. Now they have the answers in their head. They come up to their own conclusion and you're screwed. So what we're going to do is we'll spend the next 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever, practicing inviting. So we'll play ping pong or popcorn, whatever you call it. So I just did it with Andrew. Andrew will call on somebody else, and then you will be the guest. So he's going to ring you. You can give him whatever curveball you want. His goal is going to be to get you on that call tonight or tomorrow. Andrew, you can do it however you want. You could say, hey, we got a call tomorrow night at 6 p.m., whatever. Right. But that's the whole idea. And we'll popcorn it to everybody on here that wants to practice. And I encourage you guys to do it. You have to get outside of your comfort zone. And if there's one place where you're going to F it up, it's right here. Nobody's judging you. We're all here to help you become a better communicator, a better salesperson, right? If you knew that 2 years down the road, because you practiced this, because you got on the calls and you actually applied yourself, you wouldn't have a boss or a job and you can wake up and Saturday feels like Monday, like it has for Josh and Jay for a couple of years now, for example, would you do it? You'd all say yes. Well, here's your chance to practice that, right? So Andrew, I'll let you take it from here and we'll just popcorn. And if you guys have something, as far as a question, you can bring it up, but don't be afraid to fail. And then I'll give you guys some feedback as we go. Josh and Jay, I encourage you guys to do that as well. That way we can kind of all help each other out.
But are we just doing like the invite first? Are we doing?
Yeah. Let's just do invite
Okay.
first. I don't want to do invite, edify, and
Yeah.
thing, and then mix it up. People get confused. So we'll
All
just
right, cool.
do like 5, 10, 15 of these, and then we'll move on.
Perfect. Let me call my guy Tippo real quick.
How did I know?
Bet. Ring.
One sec. I gotta turn the volume down on the TV. All right.
You can hear me? You're good?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Ring.
What's going on?
Yo, what's going on, bro? Quick question for you. What you got going on tonight at 8 p.m. Central?
8 p.m. Central. I should be off work. I'm probably eating at that time. What's going on?
Well, what if I told you I had a big time opportunity where you get to hear from a 6-figure earner a month that's going to be teaching you how to basically invest within the markets and build your own business? You got about 25, 30 minutes to just check it out.
That sounds interesting, bro. Does it cost any money?
Well, honestly, bro, anything in life costs money, right? Whether you're going to be watching a football game that's costing your time, whether it's anything, it's going to be costing you something. But you're my boy, right? Do you trust me?
Bro, totally, of course, of course.
And you got 25, 30 minutes to check it out.
Shit, yeah, I'll probably be eating, bro. Like, that's cool.
That's perfect, bro. All you got to do is tune in. If I send you the link, you'll be there.
Perfect. Yeah,
All
I'll
right,
hop on.
sounds good, bro. See you there.
Boom.
Bet. All right, cool, cool, cool. So let me go back to yeah, you'll go ahead and pass it over to whoever you want to. But I
I
was
just
gonna
in gallery mode, by the way, too. If you guys haven't
yeah,
done
I
that,
know. That's what I did too. I was like, wait, hold up.
everybody, and then we're all just pop around. So Tippa, you can
All
call
right,
on
cool, cool,
if you
cool.
want.
All right, hey, I'm gonna call my young boss out, Noah Perel. Can you step up to the plate?
There we go. Sorry, it wasn't letting me unmute for a second.
Boom. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna do a little spin on this, all right? Because we have a Minnesota event coming up, so I'm not gonna invite to a Zoom call. I'm gonna invite to an in-person event. Is that okay?
Yeah. So you're inviting me to the event?
Yes, I am. All right, ready? Ring, ring.
Hello?
Yo, what's going on, Noah? How you doing, bro?
Good, bro. What's up with you?
I'm doing amazing. I'm actually about to walk into a meeting right now, bro, but I'm really glad I caught you. Noah, I don't know if I ever told you this, bro, but like I know how hard you be working. I see it. And, every time I talk to you, even though you got stuff going on, bro, you have such a great, great spirit, energy, and dude, we always have such great conversations, bro. So like that's actually why I'm calling you. What you doing next Thursday at like 6 p.m.?
I think I got work before that, like right before that, and then I was just gonna chill at home after.
Oh, so you're free.
Yeah, yeah, I could do something. What are you thinking?
Okay, perfect, bro. Because dude, I just got this ticket, man. It was $30, right? I'm going to this event. I'm gonna be learning about investing, entrepreneurship, et cetera, et cetera. Learning from like, six, seven, eight-figure earners. And I got a few free tickets and I wanted to hit you up, bro, because of everything that I just mentioned. So if I sent you the registration link with the free code, would you want to pull up with me?
Yeah, I mean, you said you got free tickets, so I could just pull up with you.
Free tickets, baby.
Yeah, no, yeah, let's do it. That sounds good.
Let's do it. Let's do it, bro. All right, cool.
Cool.
I'm gonna send you the link and then just send me a screenshot of the confirmation page. All right, I'm gonna come pick you up too, okay?
Yeah, sounds good, bro.
All
Damn,
right,
you
man. Talk to you soon.
VIP service. He's picking you up and everything. Damn,
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The concierge.
that's what it's all about. All
Let's
right,
go.
Noah, you gotta be the inviter now. So you gotta pick on somebody.
Okay, cool. Let's see. All right, let's go, Seth.
All right, what's up, bro?
All right, ring, ring, ring.
Hello?
Hey, what up, Seth?
What up, dude?
Hey, would you have a couple minutes to join me on a call later? I've been messing with this thing lately. I've been like grinding, just trying to figure out my stuff. But I joined this community, and it's been super dope. I've been learning a bunch of stuff. I've been getting like taught a whole bunch of stuff from these really cool mentors. And I know you've been looking for something lately. If you just want to hop on it with me for a little bit, like you could see what it's about.
What time's it at?
It's at 7:30 later.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I should be free then.
Cool. And I mean, I know you've been taking risks lately. I know you've been like kind of searching for something, but I'm learning it. We could learn it together. We could honestly just run it up together if you're interested. There's gonna be a bunch of people on the call and they can teach you too. They're a lot higher up and stuff like that. So it's always good to learn.
Okay, what is it about?
So it's about trading, investing, and just like building community and networking and stuff like that. So it's honestly a good opportunity. It's not like a necessarily like a job, but you can create with it. So I think it'd be a good opportunity for you.
Okay, bet.
Y'all are
I
killing it.
will. Oh, go ahead.
Jay's got something too. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so the only thing is I like it. Like the energy was there, the enthusiasm was there. Two things that I would point out though. One
Yeah.
is after he already said he's can join the call, you did your job, right? He says that he's gonna join the call. You had him. You don't have to explain anything further because as soon as you start explaining further, they ask further questions. And then that's when you
Okay.
get into the explaining before it's over. But awesome energy. I like it and very good clarity. And then the second thing is I mean, when you're doing it, the goal is to give as least amount of information as possible. you want to
Uh,
make it very vague because you don't want them to make any predetermined decisions. So usually I leave off to the point you can talk about investing. It's going to vary from person to person, but I like to have it more as like a opportunity, right? And if you do
yeah.
know them and you know their situation and they are looking for something, you can just have that same excitement. Like I found something that can completely change, both of our situations. We have the chance to listen to, 6, 7, 8 figure earners, in their field, boom, right? Then you ask them,
Okay.
but I like it though. It was good. It's just kind of, you want to just leave as much information on the table so they can see all of it in one sitting. And then that's when they make their educated decision. And so that's something just for everybody is less is always more because if they can get the information in a sitting, then they can determine that it is right or maybe not right for them. But if you give them too much information, people think they're smart. And I'm not saying that, actually, no, a lot of people are dumb, let's just be honest. But they don't know what's going on, right? And so they make
Yeah.
whatever predetermined decisions, whether they saw something on TikTok or their mom said, I'll never invest because I lost all my money in the 2008 crash, like stuff like that, right? And so that the vaguer the better. But good job though. I like it.
And
Okay.
I would say, just to add a little bit onto that, when you guys are first getting started, I don't know how brand new any of you guys are, but you want to get the most done in the least amount of time, right? Like if I told you you got to make a list of 200 people, you got to reach out to every single one of them with energy and excitement and invite them to a call because we're going to run a launch call for you tomorrow. You want to get that thing done, right? So if you're going to do that and you're going to call every single person, find a way where you can repetitively say the same thing and it just keeps working. But like Jay said, with the least amount of words. So for me, it's just, hey, bro, what are you doing tonight at 8 p.m.? Or what are you doing tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Time? Okay. So no matter what you tell me, you could tell me your freaking grandma died. And I'm probably still going to tell you, look, bro, I don't know if you can tune in while you're at the damn funeral or what, but I got somebody that earns over $100,000 a month that I personally connected with and that I know he's a super sharp dude and he's been in entrepreneurship for a while. I just found something. You got to check this out. 20 minutes. Can you be there? Dude, what's it about? I can't tell you everything. You'll see it on the call. 20 minutes. Can you be there? I'll send you the link. Like it's that posture. Once you do that, you can get 200 of those done in a couple hours. But as soon as you start explaining things and now you're chit chatting, small talk, it's going to take you way longer. If you noticed when Tippa did it, he said, hey, I'm glad I got a meeting to walk into, but I'm glad I caught you real quick. Right? He's already telling him right away, I don't have a whole lot of time. So you want to cut the amount of time that you have that conversation with them down as much as possible. 20, 30 seconds. Perfect. So
And just to add to that, that was fantastic. Just to add to it, one thing that when people say, well, I need more information, my go-to in a text, a call, or whatever it is, it's so easy to hit people with this because they have no response to it, is 90% of the information is visual. So it's a lot easier to show you than explain over a phone call. Or 90% of the information is visual, so I'm not able to explain it on a phone call. That way, there really is nothing they can say to that because you can't explain it on a phone call. So that's like my go-to um, like, tell me more, ask a bunch of questions, right?
a couple people, when we keep doing this, somebody give somebody a curveball. Don't lay down so easily because you know that's not how everybody you reach out to is going to be. So next time somebody asks a question, be like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like make it confusing. I know my guy Lane just jumped on the call. He'll do that.
Yeah, facts.
Oh, Seth, it's your turn, bro.
Okay, bet. Keon, I'm calling you, bro.
Yo, what's up, man?
Yo, what's up? All right, ring ring.
Hey, what's good, bro?
What's good, bro? I'm actually about to head into the gym right now, but I'm glad I caught you for a second. I've always appreciated how hard you work and how much you respect others. Um, I'm actually going to this event. I've told my mentors about you. They're people who earn 6, 7 figures a year, and I'd love for you to get the opportunity to meet them tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Are you free?
I mean, I just want to go to like the club or something like that, but I'll see.
I mean, bro, it's up to you. If you want to keep just getting farther behind while other people are getting ahead, like feel free to do so. But if you want to run it up, bro, or get the opportunity to make money, it's not a job, but I know you're hardworking and I know you aren't comfortable with where you're at. So let's run it up, bro. You free?
Definitely, bro. You kind of sold me right there, but
All right, bet,
yeah,
bro. I'll get you a free ticket.
you got me, huh?
All right, bet.
Here's what I would say. Here's what I would say. And I'm going to keep drilling this into your guys' heads because this is what makes me who I am. Is when you're reaching out to somebody like that, like Seth, you set it up like a freaking, you put the ball on the tee to hit it out of the park. But as soon as he says something about the club, it's not, hey, man, if you want to do that, do that. It's, bro, if you knew what I freaking knew, you would give me 20 minutes. The club can freaking wait. Get on the damn call. I'm going to send you a link. I'll see you at 7:30 tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like you having the confidence and the posture behind this. If you did that with me, I'd be like, you seem very like wishy-washy, right? Like I'll talk to you later. Send me a recording or something. But if you come to somebody with like this level of energy, all of a sudden they're like, I don't know what the fuck this dude's so excited about. I've never seen him this cracked out in my life. But something's going on. I gotta see this shit. You know what I mean? So I just encourage all of you guys, like somehow or another, freaking flip the switch in the back of your head that just says every single time I get somebody on the phone to share what we're doing with them, they don't know what this is, but by the time I hang up, they're wondering, what the hell is this? You know what I mean? You don't want it to leave their mind. That way, tomorrow, if the call's tomorrow, they don't forget about it. Because if you don't leave enough energy on the table, they don't have anything to carry over into the days, forward. And then you're following up with them. Hey, bro, you still getting on the call? We got a call in 1 hour. We're live, and they're not even answering you. So you just wasted your time. If you hit them right the first time, then you save yourself a bunch of time. And it's like you're doing less work, even though you might feel like you have to put in a little more effort into each invite. But that was a good job. All right, Keon, your turn, bro.
Um, Let me see. Yo, Tenzin.
Hey, yo.
Yo. Hey, bro, like ring
Oh,
ring. Oh, do we start?
Yeah, go for it, bro.
Ring ring. Yo, bro.
what's going on?
Hey, bro, I'm in Hawaii right now, but I think like this opportunity like coming out. I'm with some investors right now, like to make like 6, 7 figures. Like they're living the life we want to live. So like, hey man, tomorrow at 8 p.m. hop on a Zoom call with me and we're gonna check this out. What do you think?
What is it about, bro?
But look, man, I can't really show you like it's like more like a visual thing. Can't really explain it over the like can't really explain it to you right now, but just hop on a call and you're gonna get questions asked to find out.
Okay. Do I have to like pay any money to join the call?
I mean, everything in life costs like it doesn't really cost money. Everything in life like costs something. It doesn't have to be money. It could be time. But hey man, like you're sacrificing like your time either much like make more.
Yeah, you speaking to me, bro. Just send me the link.
All right, bro, I got you. Hey, tune in, bro. I'm gonna see you there tomorrow at 8 p.m.
All right, bet. Let's do it.
So,
Yo,
yeah,
guys, I was gonna talk about something real quick. So,
Yeah.
just so you guys have a framework of how these work. Okay, this is called the perfect invite. That's what we're all doing here. It's called the perfect invite. People that make $1 million a month, taught this method to a lot of us, years ago, right? So look in the chat. I want you to write this down, okay? Because we're gonna keep doing it. I just want you to have a little bit of a framework. Number one is you gotta when you call them, be in a hurry, right? I'm going into a meeting. I'm going to the gym. About to hop on a call, right? You gotta look busy because people respect busy people. Like if you call them, they're like, "Yo, what's going on, man?" They're like, "Oh, I'm just chilling." You're like, "Oh, I'm just chilling too," right? They don't respect people that are just chilling, right? So one, be in a hurry. Two, clear their schedule. Hey, what are you doing tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Time? Clear their schedule. And that like Tippa said, they're like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna be chilling." And he's like, so you're free. And they're like, yes, I'm free. Clear the schedule. Three, add value. Hey man, dude, I'm launching a mastermind. I'm hopping on a call with a bunch of different successful 6, 7, possibly 8 figure earners, right? They're in the online space. We're launching something huge, bro. And I'm able to have a couple of people hop on this call. Are you able to hop on if I sent you this link so I can secure your spot? Can I commit or can you commit to being there? Like, what is it? Dude, like I said, I'm about to hop on a call. I don't have time to explain it. Can you be there or can you not be there? Right? That was number 4. You take it away. They're like, what is it? Take the value away. All right. So that's the framework, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep going though. I don't know if
yeah, I just wanted to say one more thing. When they ask you, does it cost money? You don't have to say like you don't even have to say time like your time or anything costs money. You can say no. The free's call to hop on, bro, for sure. Like you can just say the call is free to hop on because you're not necessarily talking about the actual opportunity in this instant. You're talking about looking at the opportunity. And so when you say like you don't even want to put a fact that there's a price tag in their mind that you don't want them to know that it even costs money until they've seen all the information. Um, If you want to see something, you can, it just costs a little bit of your time, right? You take 20, 30 minutes out of your day, and no money's, you don't have to pay anything to see the information,
Yeah,
right? It's just something that,
I was gonna say too, just like you said, Jay, if you're the type of person that's like, when you add value, like, dude, I'm hopping on a mastermind call. It's a bunch of different successful 6, 7, 8 figure investors and business owners, right? They're gonna be talking about trading and investing, right? I got a couple spots on the call you can hop on. Well, if they're like, does it cost money? You're like, sometimes what I say to people, like, I'm talking about trading and investing, they're like, does it cost money? I'm like, yeah, bro, you need money to put in the markets in order to make money, right? But no, the call is free. You can get on for free, okay? Can you make it or can you not make it? Right? Sometimes I say you need money to make money in the market, right? But obviously they're going to learn that they get a free 10K account. But all right, whoever's next can keep going.
I'm just gonna pass it off to Ariane, so then other people can get repetitions.
I was going to
So
ask this. Do you guys want, Jay, Josh, do you want us to just move on to the edification so we can get through all three? Because
Yeah, actually,
yeah,
I like that. Yeah, let's move on to edification. You guys kind of get the gist of like the invite, and Josh sent that in. The only way you're gonna get better is to practice it, right? I
call,
would
call these guys, call Jay, call Josh. Hey, bro, can I practice inviting you real quick? Yes, 5 minutes.
literally
Boom. Now you got it down, off to the races.
when we can hit it, we can fine tune it, and at the end of the day, if you go ahead and like watch the perfect invite video, which I mean we can put it in the chat, just watch that a bunch. You'll get the same thing, but realistically, it's gonna be practicing. But yeah, let's move on to the edification process.
So edification, for those of you that don't know, you guys have business partners. We're all business partners. You never had one before you got started in this, if you're anything like me. Now it's time for you to leverage them. If you know Josh and Jay are making X amount of money and they're this young and they've been an entrepreneur for this long and they've spoken on these stages and they've traveled to these countries and they live this life, why the hell wouldn't you leverage them? You just got started, right? And so when you guys are reaching out to people, whether you're setting up a 2-on-1 call where these guys are going to help you, whether you're going to have them jump on the end of your call just to share their story and help you close, whether you're just throwing them in a group chat before the overview, so that way you have more people in contact with your guest, you can do it anyway. But edification is where you make someone else sound worth listening to, sound worth knowing, right? And so the better you do with this, the easier it gets. I always tell people, if you were to do a 2-on-1 call for me, when I first got started, I used to run 2-on-1 calls for my entire team. I taught you how to invite and edify me, and then you shut up and I do the rest. And it took the weight off of these people's shoulders so that you could learn how to present, how to close, and you got to watch me do it. But now we're at a point where we're running opportunity calls every single night, etc. But what I used to tell people is, let's say Andrew's put me in a group chat, and he used to do this like every day until he very quickly started running his own calls. But he would make me sound worth listening to. His guests would be like, oh, okay, my friend who I like, trust, and respect already is telling me this guy's the shit. I should probably listen to him too. Right? You're trying to establish a trust triangle. It's you, it's your business partner, and it's the prospect. You're trying to pull them up. But for you to pull them up so that they have credibility with someone they don't know, you have to give them props. Look, I always say I don't need an ego boost, but your business does, and I'm that boost. Right? And so if you put me in a group chat and you make me sound like this freaking, if you make me sound like God, you'll do better. When I talk about Joey Wilson, I make this dude sound like he's literally like LeBron, Elon Musk, and I don't know, Michael Jordan combined. You know what I mean? Like that's my goal. Because then when you're sitting there, you're like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Who is this guy? You stay on the call long enough to hear from him, for example. You guys want to do that before you even get your people on a call because you don't have results. And if they have questions, now you can leverage me. You can leverage Josh, Jay, Tippa, etc. to help you overcome some of that stuff. So what I'll do really quickly is I'll just give you an example of me putting Andrew in a group chat with my prospect. I'm going to act like Andrew is my business partner, is my, if you want to call it upline, I hate that word, but whatever, right? And so let's just say I reached out to Tippa. I don't know. And Tip was one of the first people that I'm trying to get in front of the information. This is pretty simple. You don't really have to get a response out of each other, but we're going to practice and you just have to go edify somebody random. So maybe I'll do this. Just to show you guys. I'm going to edify somebody I don't even know. Jonathan, I'm going to edify you, bro. So here we go. I'm going to act like Jonathan is the presenter. Jonathan's that guy. And I don't know anything about him, but I'm going to make him sound as good as I can without BSing or lying, right? So I'm going to put Andrew in a group chat like Andrew's the guest. Jonathan is the presenter. Here we go. Andrew, what's going on, bro? I just wanted to throw you in a group chat with my guy, Jonathan. This dude is an absolute hustler. He's somebody that I like, trust, and respect. He took me under his wing and he's taught me a lot about things like sales, leadership, networking, all things business. He's a really solid dude, and he's going to be the one breaking down the information tonight. All I got to say, bro, is if this is of interest to you after we share it with you, you're not just working with me, but you're working with him. And us three together, we'll kill this. That simple. There was no lies. I don't know anything about him. I didn't even get to leverage the money thing or the traveling or the speeches. You know how it sounds if I get to edify Josh? You know what I mean? Then I can say something like, yo, Andrew, just want to throw you in a group chat with my guy, Josh. This dude is a freaking straight savage. He's spoken on stages all over the world, traveling the world in his early 20s, been an entrepreneur for 5+ years. He's helped a ton of people, hundreds and thousands of people. He's working with me every day. I've learned so much from him, bro. I know you're just like me. You can learn a lot from him too. And if you get started with us after you see this, great. If not, it's all good, but we can absolutely kill this thing. You know, so it's the same regardless. You can make anybody sound worth listening to, but once again, what's the key? It's energy. You know what I mean? It's not what I'm saying, it's how I'm saying it. If I did all this and I just texted it out, I would sound like a typewriter and you wouldn't care. But because I'm hyped up and I'm punchy with my words, now all of a sudden you're like, oh shit. You know what I mean? So you want that guest to be looking at whoever this person is, like they're freaking this guy, right? So we'll just start there. I don't know if I don't know, Andrew, if you want to do one and just edify somebody and then that person can edify somebody else. We'll just kind of popcorn 5 or 10 of these.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll do it to someone that I guess I sort of know, so it makes a little bit more sense as far as like a you knowing that person. But I'll do Mason because Mason's been hustling lately. Well, really the last year, but nonetheless, he's been doing a lot of things crazy the last little bit. And this is kind of how it goes, especially if you would throw me in group chats, vice versa. What I will tell you right now as well is Tippa said it perfectly. Like the voice message introduction is literally money. If you reach out to someone and you just send a giant text message trying to like connect two people together, odds are they're going to look at it. They're going to read it like, hey, bro, this is my guy, Andrew. He's been doing this for over a year, killing it. Like that's completely different between what Noah just said with the energy thing. So the voice message is huge. That's how you get your posture up and your energy in a conversation. One, but now two, if I were to throw now Mason in a group chat with say, who should we use here? Let's use Chris. So I'm gonna basically invite Chris. Chris is the guest, and I'm edifying Mason. What's going on, Chris? Great getting connected, bro. Just wanted to throw you in a group chat with my guy Mason here. He's been crushing this business for about a year and a half now. Dude, I got randomly connected to this guy. He's been able to travel over the world, put me in just different spots in my life that I didn't know I could even go to. And I know if he's done what he's done for me, man, he's had my back every single step of the way. He could do the same exact thing for you. Super excited for you to get to hear from him. So it's like, it's very basic stuff, but you get to that point where, you know, they're like, oh, okay, this guy has been killing it. He knows what he's talking about. Obviously, you like and trust me and respect me, AKA Chris, to put me in a group chat with this guy. And then from there, obviously, Mason will come back into the group chat as well, kind of re-edify me because of us knowing each other. We don't care. I don't need to tell basically Chris, or I should say, I don't need to tell Mason anything about Chris. He doesn't need to know about that, you know, third party coming into it, right? You have to create what's called a trust triangle. And if you can be that person that connects those two together and get them connected to someone that's going to be presenting, that's how you kind of win over that conversation. And they're actually excited to listen to that person that you edified. So Mason, you can go ahead, bro. But yeah.
Perfect. Am I doing the response or am I starting from the top?
You could go ahead and
There is no response. You just
yeah.
do this quick. We'll do 5 or 10 of these because these are pretty simple. But just
Okay.
pick somebody, whether you know them or not, and edify them. Like you're putting them in a group chat as the business owner or the business partner, whatever, right?
Perfect. I got you. All right, Jonathan, we're gonna do you, brother. Let's see. Sorry, I'm driving here. And my prospect, I'm gonna do. Let's see who's in here. We're gonna do Diego Chavez. All right. What's going on, Diego? Wanted to get you connected to my guy, Jonathan, right here. He's been a major resource for me throughout my whole journey and process and is the reason I've found the success that I've had. You know, he's from a small town, has a small background, but he wanted more out of life. So he said yes to an opportunity a little over 2 years ago, took action and listened to some very successful people to tell him exactly what to do and how to win. And now he's that guy, changing lives all across the world and doing so at a fast pace. And we're wanting to do it together, man. So he'll be tapping in here shortly and you'll be hearing from him, but let's get you scheduled for a call.
There we go. Bingo. Jonathan, you're getting all the clout, man. Do you think you can do one? Can you edify Mason, for example? Mason, are you working with him?
Yeah, he's my prospect.
No, I mean like in the business. Is he all right? Is he in your team?
Yeah, he's in my team. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, then why don't we do this? If he has he done this before or is he brand new? I haven't seen him
He,
before.
he's getting ready to launch, so this would be his first time going, but he's good with sales. He's good at
Perfect.
that.
Well, then
Yeah.
why don't we do this? We'll have Jonathan edify you because that's what he's actually going to be doing.
All right. Perfect.
You got to unmute yourself, bro, but then you're good to go.
Pick on Ryan Vincent.
I told him to do Mason because Jonathan's actually going to launch and invite people. So I said if he's going
Never mind.
to, might as well do the same person.
Yep. Jonathan, you there, brother?
He's trying to figure out how to unmute his mic, I think.
I made him
Click the
co.
screen and
Do they
click
have
the bottom left
at
corner,
the
John.
top?
I made it so everyone can unmute themselves, but I mute people when they come up, so I'm unmuting him. But I also made him co-host. Co-host can unmute themselves,
Oh,
so I don't. It has to be his device.
all right.
Yeah.
If you
Jonathan, go ahead.
figure it out, it's all good.
Unmute in your bottom.
Let's just do somebody else. I don't know. Out of the people that have their camera on, does any of you guys want to go? Maddie, Chris, Zoom user, Tiffers, any of you guys want to go?
Chris, go for it, bro.
Do I edify anybody?
Yeah, you can edify anybody you want.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna do Lane. And my prospect is Seth. All right, yo, Seth, how's it going, man? I've been working with my boy Lane here for a little bit over 2 months now. He's changed my life into a complete 360, the same that he's done his. He's been doing this for a little bit over a year and a half now and has changed many people's lives, change mine included, and he can do the same for you if you're willing to schedule a call with him. And yeah, let me know. Is that good enough?
Yeah, pretty solid. Your energy was good. That's the important part. Your energy was good. What I will say is at the end, one, no, just let me know. Because if you tell people like just let me know, or you leave an open-ended phrase or question there, a lot of times people won't take you seriously, right? But if you're promoting a specific call or you give them a certain time frame, then you give yourself a better chance. So ahead of time, you should know with Lane, if you're edifying him, hey, what times work for your calls so I can schedule them with you, right? Then you tell him, hey, bro, I know my guy Lane's a busy dude here. He's going to be one presenting the information. I'll be on the call as well. But can we make something between 12 and 6 p.m. work? If so, let us know what works best with you. I'm looking forward to sharing this with you, bro. You know what I mean? That way you're giving them a window rather than this open-ended question where people are like, I don't know, maybe I'll check it out. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense. Yeah.
So other than that, it was good though. Really good. Lane, are you on here? Yeah, you are. There he is. You trying to figure out how to unmute yourself, Lane, or can you hear me? Oh, Josh, you said unmute him. I don't know.
Sorry about that.
It's all good.
You're good, Josh. You're good. You're good. Can y'all hear me just fine?
Yep. So just pick
Yes,
somebody.
sir.
All right. All right. Ryan, can you hear me?
Ryan can hear you. He's just behind me back here.
Ryan. All right. I'm going to do Ryan, and Noah's going to be my prospect. Noah Perel.
All right, there we go.
If that's how you say your last name, brother.
Can they hear me?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Ryan. Yeah, buddy. You're good.
You're muted, Ryan, but yes, he's
Andrew
edifying.
just, yeah. I'm edifying him anyway, so it's all good. All right. What's going on, boys? It's great getting y'all connected. Noah, this is my guy, Ryan. We've been crushing this thing at a high level. I've been crushing this alongside him for the last year now because that's how long I've been in this opportunity. But he's been crushing this opportunity for the last year and a half now and stuff like that. So he's got 6 months on me. But literally, bro, he's been nothing but a long lost brother of mine, dude. And he's been crushing this thing at a high level. And he's really showed me the ropes. And I believe if he could show me the ropes, he could show you the ropes as well and help you become successful just like me, bro. Let's stay in touch and get you on a call, brother.
Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Okay, for the sake of time, I want to move on to closing. I think edification is kind of a little bit easier. Does anybody else want to go on this real quick? We want to get one of the girls to hop on. Maddie, do you want to go?
If you guys want me to go, yeah, I can go.
Okay. Why don't you rip it real quick? You choose who you edify, and then we'll move on.
Okay, so I'm gonna edify Josh. And do you just want me to pick somebody random for the prospect? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do Marissa for my prospect. I know she doesn't have her camera on, but um all right, Marissa. So this is my guy Josh. We have been connected for like the last 3 to 4 years now, but we've actually just launched something, crazy. And I wanted to get you guys in this group chat because he is the guy that, has really helped me get the success that I've initially, got to. He's the one that's helped me grown. Just watching him, create life success stories for, hundreds of thousands of people has, just been an absolute game changer. So he's the man that I want to get you connected with because he's also going to help you take it to the next level the same way he helped me. So I'm super excited for you guys to get in touch. And yeah.
Bingo. There we go. Just like that. Good way to wrap that one up. Okay. Jonathan says, Noah, I'll start with closing. Sounds good, bro. All right. We're going to put you to the test. You think you can close me?
Oh, well, maybe.
All right, man. We'll practice this. We'll practice one time. So the three objections you get generally when you ask somebody to get started is I don't have time, I don't have money, I don't know if I can do it. One of the three. Maybe I'm missing one. You guys can add it in there if you want, but those are the three I hear most often. First thing you guys got to understand is if you don't ask for the business, you'll never get it. Whether you're selling freaking water, whether you're selling a car, whether you're selling a Cossacks, it doesn't matter. So when you guys get off the call, when the call ends, if it's an opportunity call, if it's your call, it's not, all right, bro, what do you think? All right, bro, do you have questions? No, none of that. You don't want them to think. You want them to act. As soon as you get people to think, they start thinking of reasons why they would and a lot of reasons why they wouldn't. You want them to take everything that they have taken in as far as content, as far as information, etc., and wrap it all up and say, okay, I do or I don't want to do it. Yes or no, move on. You got to become a professional decision collector when you do this. It's not about the yeses, it's not about the nos, it's a numbers game. And the better you get, the better your conversion ratio will get, right? And so when it comes down to it, when you get off that call, all I want you guys to start doing is just reaching out to people, whether you call them, whether you FaceTime them, whether you send them a voice message, and just say, hey, man, appreciate you jumping on the call. Are you ready to get started? Are you ready to lock in and run it up? Are you ready to get started? That is it. It's not anything else. That simple. Are you ready to get started? Because now they have to tell you yes or no. And if they tell you no, now they have to tell you why. So then you become a problem solver. You get paid based off the size of the problem that you can solve. If someone tells you they don't have money or I don't know if I have time and you leave it at that, then obviously you're not going to make a lot of money because you can't help them solve a problem. People buy people and people buy people that can help them get to where they want to go. So if you can help people come up with solutions for not having enough time, for not having money, for not believing in themselves, etc., you will have a lot more people get started because they're going to buy into you. You have to let people know very clearly what it looks like when they're started. And that starts with your energy, your posture, and your level of belief to help them, right? So I'll give you guys an example real quick. I'm going to call up Andrew and I'm just going to say, yo, bro, appreciate you jumping on the call. You ready to get started?
Maybe, bro. I definitely love the information. It's just, I don't know if I really have the money nor the time as of just right now.
You don't know if you have the money? Do you have $150 to your name?
Yeah, but I was gonna put it towards something else.
First question, what more could you invest 150 bucks into that could do a more positive return for your life than this?
I mean, I don't know, bro. I was thinking about, going to buy a new pair of shoes tomorrow that just came out. So I was thinking that was gonna be a priority before this.
Well, if that's your priorities, we might have bigger issues, brother. But if this can change your life and you said you want change in your life, that's going to be the first problem. So if you don't want change, I can't help you. But if you want to get started, I want you to know I got your back. I'm here to help. And if you have $150 to invest, we can make that money back in the course of your first month with a little bit of hustle. And if you're willing to do that, you can buy 2 pairs of shoes. How's that sound?
Yeah, no, that definitely sounds good. I mean, like, can I guarantee I make that money back the first month though?
Can you guarantee me you have some hustle?
I can definitely guarantee you that.
Sounds good. You and me together, it's a dream team. We can do that, bro. When it comes to your time, I had a mentor tell me millionaires plan in hours, billionaires plan in minutes, average people live day to day. So if you broke down your schedule, you're telling me you don't have a few hours a week that we could do this?
Yeah, I have a few hours.
Okay, so we got a few hours a week and we got $150 to invest. Are you ready to get started?
Yeah, I mean, I think so, bro. I'm just, kind of iffy with these kind of things.
You don't know what you don't know, and if you never start, you'll never know, bro. I got your back, and if you believe in me, if you like, trust, and respect me, it'll be the best $150 investment you've ever made in your life. You ready?
Yeah, bro, let's do it.
Let's do this thing, bro. I'm going to send you over a link. I'm going to walk you through the steps, and you will not lose here because of me. You'll lose here because you don't follow through with the things you say you're willing to do. Fair?
Fair enough, bro. Let's do
All
it.
right, let's get it. There we go. Welcome to the team. Well, there's an example of getting every curveball at once. So,
Yeah,
Jonathan,
for
you
real.
ready, bro?
Well, let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. Well, you can choose. I'll let you choose. You choose who you want to be the prospect, and then you're just going to call them and say, "Hey, bro, appreciate you jumping on the call. Are you ready to get started?" So you can choose.
Let's do Mason.
All right, brother. Go ahead, rip it.
Hey, Mason. I was just calling. I was just wanting to make sure that you are ready to rock and roll after hearing that meeting.
I had some thoughts just in terms of, is it actually legitimate? I mean, am I actually going to be able to make an income from this, and what time frame?
Hey, man. So the time frame is basically on your own time. If you want it faster, you're gonna work harder. If you don't want it at all, then you don't have to work at all. What are you skeptical about?
Well, I mean, a little bit is the compensation plan. I mean, I see it sort of seems number based, but I also see that, I've got to be the walking, talking ad. I mean, it, what do the commissions look like? Am I making a per person commission? Does it really add up the way it needs to be? Can I pay taxes on it? That's really my concerns. Cause I mean, I've seen a lot of things like this before that weren't legitimate. And that's just where my doubts are sitting.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's totally okay, man, and I completely get that. So when it comes to certain things, like let's say taxes, of course you can put taxes out on it. It's all on your own time, and it's basically your own hustle. If you want it bad enough, you'll get it bad enough. It's fully legit. My guy that I showed you to, he can back me on that. It's 100% real, and. Are you like, is there anything else? Are you ready to hop in right now? Was that your questions?
Yeah, the legitimacy of that nature. Now, is the 150, is it month to month, or like, is there any way to get rid of that?
Mason, I got a question for you, bro. Were you on the call?
Yeah.
This man's asking questions like he didn't just get done seeing the presentation.
That's crazy.
You're putting your boy through the ringer out here.
We all for people.
You're a little choppy, Mason. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm ready to get started, man.
There you go. Now,
Okay.
Oh, my middle of nowhere.
here's the thing, Jonathan. You will get people, and Mason, I don't even think that's a bad idea.
No, yeah.
You will get people that you could show them everything, you could go through everything, and they'll still all the same questions over and over. So what I always tell people when they start to give me a ton of information or they try to start like relaying the presentation to me, I'll just be like, bro, we just presented the information to you. You can't learn how to drive a car and park. If you want to make more money, if you want to be connected to successful people, if you want to learn how to invest, it's $150 to get started. Once you get started, we'll give you every blueprint to succeed, every resource. You'll be connected to the group chats. Everything will be laid out for you. But I want you to look at this the same way you look at a course or a new job. You don't know shit, but you sign up to do it anyway, right? This is less expensive and you can do it all on your own time. $150. Are you willing to give it a shot or no? Right? So that I just try to simplify everything, allow people to understand like, hey, you're not going to know everything right away. So the people that give you all of these crazy questions on the presentation you just shared with them, and they already got the answers, just tell them, relay to them, look, you're going to figure everything out as we go. But if you don't want to get started and you don't want to do this, it doesn't make a difference. Right? So that's one thing. And if you get asked questions on the tax thing, I know some people may get that like, oh, how do taxes work? Well, on the investment side, you pay capital gains tax, just like you would in any other investment, short-term or long-term capital gains. And then when it comes to the business, you are 1099, meaning you can write things off once you get further down the road. But we got to start making money first. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah. All right, I got you. Yeah, I just wanted to make it wanted to give them what we deal with half the time because that's people don't pay attention, and that's going to be part of the part where you have to be able to answer the questions regardless if they saw it or not. So good job, Jonathan. That was good. I'm gonna go with let's go. Let's see who we got in here. Who hasn't really gone yet? Kelly Tony.
Is that person's camera on?
You may be on here. I don't know if her camera's on. I don't know exactly where she's at or what she's
Oh,
doing.
her camera is not on. Okay, let's see. She doesn't seem to be responding.
I
We'll
see.
go with
I just saw Adriana's camera pop on.
Adriana. Let's go. Let's do this thing.
Come on, buddy.
Now it's not on. Everybody's playing scared now.
Oh my goodness gracious. All right, let's go with Maddie Parrish. I know you just went a second ago, but this is a different ball game. Let's do this again.
Okay, I thought you guys originally had called me, so I was like, oh shoot, my bad.
Well, you're ready anyway then. There we go.
Wait, I'm doing closing now. Oh yeah, let's do it. All right.
All right.
Ring ring. What's going on, Maddie?
What's going on?
So I know you saw the information and everything. I wanted to ask you what was your favorite part?
I would say my favorite part is probably definitely the trading side and just the aspect that you can make money from your phone. That's pretty cool.
Okay. Well, with that being said, are you ready to get started? Is this something you see yourself doing?
I feel like I could see myself doing it. But I just don't feel like I'm ready or I just don't feel like I have enough time at the moment.
Okay. So would time be the only issue on your plate with this?
And probably just knowing the security of getting the money in return. I'm just not sure if it's something that I could like put on my plate right now.
Okay. Okay. So with those two things being the only things on your plate, I'll go ahead and cover both. So when it comes down to the time thing, it's on your own time. Even down to the educational system, it's built to where you can do it on your own time. You don't have to show up. You're not told to show up. It's around you. So one of the things I do is I work with your schedule and I open you up to see where your time management is. And then I help you do things on your own time because I know life can be overwhelming. So I don't want to add any more to that. And secondly, when it comes to the legitimacy of receiving the money you're being paid for, whether on the business side or the trading side, just know this. On the business side, you would get a 1099 tax form from the company, meaning, yes, you're filing that to the IRS and it is legitimate for that nature. Now, on the trading side, it's simple. Everything you make above the leveraged amount and the prop firm that you're given, you get paid out in Bitcoins because it's larger amounts of money. You want it to be more secure when it's being sent over. So you have a private address where it's sent straight to your bank account. So other than time and the legitimacy of the payout on either side of the opportunity, is there anything else that might be keeping you from getting started today?
Honestly, I think I just need to think about it.
Well, one thing one of my mentors told me back when I first started and saw this information and I was in your shoes was if there's something for you to think about, that means I didn't do my job correctly. There's something that I still need to clarify for you. And I'd hate to show you an opportunity and then not take care of you properly and let you walk away with things that don't have answers. So what else do you have on the table that you need to think about? I just want to be able to provide you with that information.
Honestly, you totally just sold me on that one because that's exactly
Let's go,
that's exactly what I was looking for, like for your response on not having
You
enough
know
time.
it.
So that was fire. That was
Oh,
Now that your plate is clear, let's get the fuck locked in, baby.
good. Let's go.
baby, let's go. Let's go. Okay, let's get a few more people that haven't gone on this. JB, you ready, bro? JB was previously in IM. and came over here like a
Yeah.
week ago. And so we're trying to get this dude moving. He made his first network marketing money ever in his first week here. He spent years in IM. So pretty
4
cool.
years, 4 years. I'm connecting right now on my computer. I'm about to hop on. If it doesn't work out, just do it on here.
I was gonna say you can do it right where you're at. That's cool.
Yeah. Bet. What am I? I'm calling the
Yeah, you make
prospect after the op call.
you're the closer. Close somebody other than me. I want somebody else to give you some curveballs here. Andrew, you want to go
Of
with him?
course.
Yeah, I'll go with him if he wants me to.
Let's do it. Bet. Ring, ring, ring.
Yo, yo, what's going on, bro?
How you doing, man? How you feeling?
Feeling great, bro. How about yourself?
Loving it, honestly. What was your favorite part about the call, man?
I love the energy. Everyone seemed very positive, and it's cool to hear from those types of people.
Got you. So you ready to sign up?
I don't know, man. I just, I kind of want to think about it a little bit more.
Got you. Just so I can better understand, what is this specifically you need to think about, just so I can be able to send it over to you?
Mainly, again, it's probably a lot of things. The money. I don't really know if
Okay.
it's something that I really can do. I mean, obviously, I trust you, and I appreciate you getting me on the call. It's just not 100% if it's something that I have the time for right now.
100%. So it's mainly just time and money. That's what I'm kind of hearing, right?
Yeah, I'd say so. Probably the main things.
Okay, got you. So when it comes to money, do you have $150?
Somewhere I could probably find some sort of money. Yeah, I guess.
100%. When it comes to time, do you at least have 1 hour in a day?
It's very sporadic, depends on what day, but I guess I could probably find an hour here and there.
That's all you need, man. So you got the 150 and you got that hour. Not so now you're ready to sign up.
I don't know, man. I'm just still kind of skeptical. I mean, these things are not something I go in, right away. I want to give myself to think about it a little bit longer.
100%, man. So, I mean, I just answered both of your questions when it comes to thinking about it. Is there more information, more about like the product, more about the pricing, more about how to get three and free? Like, what is it specifically? Just so I can send it over in a little text message.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, my main thing, bro. Obviously, you being my boy. Like, what has it done for you? Like, can I ask you that?
So, honestly, so far, it's been life changing. I mean, I've already made my first amount of money off of network marketing. I was in a previous company for 4 years and kind of just punching the air and not really getting any results out of it. Honestly, I'm sitting there on the bench pressing absolutely no weight at all, and I saw no results with it until I started and I saw Noah, which is actually doing the call. I don't know if you saw him on there. I've been watching him for the last 2 years, and he's just been grinding his ass off, bro. He's a dog when it comes to this stuff. And so I reached out to him for the beginning of the year, being in 2025. I want to start off and be able to get around the people that have the results I desire. So being around him obviously motivated me and pushed me to take action upon my goals and actually be able to help other people out receive what they desire.
Bro. Well, I mean, yeah, that's really cool to see. I think I'll probably just still, give myself the night to think about it just because, again, like I said, I don't really want to go in on something right away.
Okay, got you, Andrew. Listen, man. Earlier, when we were texting about this situation, when we were talking about the op call, everything like that, you're bodybuilding, you feel me? You're competing, you're doing everything you're doing. And you told me you're looking for opportunity to take stuff to the next level. This is the opportunity to take stuff to the next level. And this is where most people fail because they don't want to. They don't, to know and to not do it is to not know at all. You feel me? So you know what the information is about. You not taking action on it means you know nothing at all. So you're not going to be able to get to the next level. So you need to take action today. Just take that effort. It's $150. I mean, worst thing is that you're homeless. You feel me? That's not even that bad. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I'm gonna send you the link right now. Give me 1 second. And all I want you to do is click on it, and we're gonna walk through it together. How's that sound?
You know what, bro? Yeah, let's do this thing.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah.
Dang, Andrew, come on,
I
man.
should I try to throw you over all crazy things, bro.
Yeah, bro, that was crazy. Good job, though. Good job.
He's like, damn, boy. All right. Well, I don't know if anybody else wants to go. If we want to shut it off there, we can. I know we kind of went through a handful of every single one of them, and hopefully you guys got value out of that. I like doing it this way because it's not just me or Josh or Jay or Tippa or Marissa or Andrew just speaking for an hour straight where you guys are just listening. It allows you to kind of get involved and everybody gets to sharpen their axe together. So, Josh, Jay, I don't know if you guys want anybody else to go in particular inside of the team before you close this down, but I'll kind of pass it off to you and go from there.
All right, dude. Well, thank you so much, obviously, Andrew and Noah. Guys, give some ones in the chat for Andrew and Noah, man.
Let's go.
That is value right there, man. That was awesome. I mean, you guys saw hands-on experience what it's like to literally talk to people. And obviously it's on the phone, right? You get stuff done 10 times faster on the phone than you do a text message, okay? Now, I do want to explain just one thing, for time, just real quick, an objection I do, guys, there's a level of like how much pressure you're laying on a prospect on the call. Okay. There's like a level of how much pressure you're laying, right? I don't lay as much pressure as I used to back in the day, right? Because I'm like, dude, my time's valuable. You're in or you're out. I gotta go. Tell me yes or tell me no, but tell me quick as I gotta go. Right? I'm on to the next. Okay. So I wanted to kind of point something out though. If someone's talking about time for me, I say, okay, yeah, no, I totally understand. It's feel, felt, found. Dude, I feel the same way you do right now when I first got started, right? Excuse me. It's yeah. So I feel the same way, man, especially when I got started. I felt like I wasn't gonna have any time. I felt like I wasn't gonna be able to do this. Here's what I found out though, right? If you have 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, so 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. In 90 days, you're not going to be a professional yet, but you're going to be able to be trading on your own at that point. Does that make sense? And they're like, 30 minutes a day? I'm like, yes, you'll be able to trade literally on your own in 90 days. Does that make sense? They're like, yeah, right? So that's how I overcome time objections. Now, if they say I got to think about it, I tell them this. I'm like, hey, man, that's fine. If you got to think about it, that's completely okay, right? I just got a quick question. Is this something you're actually serious about doing? Is this something you actually want to do? Or is that just your polite way of saying no? Because either way, it's totally fine. I just really want to work with you and I want to go crush it at a high level, but I obviously don't want to waste your time and I definitely don't want to waste my time, right? So is this something you're actually serious about doing? Get them to, say it. I just wanted to, and I also say, all right, so if you need to think about it, how long do you need to think about it? 24 or 48 hours. I give them two options. Because if you say an open-ended question, how long do you need to think about it? They're like, I don't know, like a week, a month, a year, right? You say, how long do you need to think about it? 24 or 48 hours. They're going to think they have to choose one of those different options, right? So they're going to tell you, you get back in the call, you close the sale, okay? Just a couple of things, guys, just to end out the call. Obviously, I appreciate everyone who hopped on here. Again, we are running a promo right now, guys, for the Scottsdale Mansion. Absolutely awesome, right? 10Ks and above by the end of this month. Listen, if you want to get this done, it's 16.6 yearlies if you don't have anybody on your team. You can go get this done, right? Massive action on a daily basis will lead you to being around a bunch of 6, 7, and 8 figure earners, guys, at an $8 million mansion in Scottsdale coming up February 13th through the 16th. I don't know if you guys have necessarily seen it, but just kind of a quick glimpse of what this place looks like. And when I tell you it is going to be worth working your tail off to get there, I'm telling you it's going to be worth it, right? You're going to be surrounded by Matthew Thayer, Joey Wilson, dude, people that have been in the industry for over a decade, right? We're doing recognition. We're going to do special dinners. It's going to be so cool. You got to fight to get to these events. I remember the first time I ever saw an incentive trip, me and Jay were like, we have to go. We have to be there. We know it's going to elevate our life, right? So you got to do whatever you got to do to get there, okay? And then one last thing I wanted to mention, ladies and gentlemen, is we do have a live event coming up here in Minnesota on January 23rd. Okay. This spot fits 150 plus people. The reason we hold events, guys, is because successful people in this business hold in-person events. I learned that when I first got in the business. Guys, the first 30 days of this business, me and Jay didn't know nothing. We set up an event with 50 people. We got like 4 started. It was the worst presentation we've ever done in our entire life. We keep doing these events though because it creates culture. We keep doing these events though because it creates motion, right? You got to show your local network if you're in this area that you're attending business events, that you're surrounded by successful individuals, right? And so you have the ability to pack this event out And just to kind of show you guys, I mean, I'm not no expert yet, but you know, we're getting there. We also have a obviously a teaser video you can post on social media. Let's go. Guys, people are going to be able to see Matthew Thayer. He's one of the top earners in the world in this industry if you're out here in Minnesota. Okay. So do not fade this event. Invite people to it. Let's go crazy. Bring friends, family, coworkers, whatever you got to do, guys. We're here to help. Okay. There's a registration link. It's taptotrade.biz. That's the link for people to get registered. Tap2trade.biz. Okay. And there's a free coupon code. It's VIP100. Listen, just like Tippa said, man, he said, I bought a $30 ticket. I'm going to this event. I got a free few tickets. It's going to be about a massive business mastermind, right? I have a few tickets. If I give you one, will you commit to actually coming with me? Right? Leverage that. Okay. So I appreciate everyone for hopping on the call. Thank you so much, Andrew, and obviously Noah for sharing the sauce with everyone in this community, guys. Remember, it's the trifecta. You learn, you apply, and then you teach it. Okay. You got to be a doorway. Everyone in your business needs to know this is business hours because this is how you're going to go out and you're going to accomplish every single goal that you have in 2025. Okay. So I appreciate you all for hopping on the call, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.
Let's go.
Let's go.